what's the YouTube channel so I can just check what it looks like?
You can see it right there. It's waiting to go through on the other side. Everybody else quiet on the side.
All right, the commercial is running. Yeah. Well. Welcome to Record Store Day 2022. Ralph McDaniels here at VP Records in Jamaica, Queens. Yes, it's Record Store Day. Some folks don't know anything about records. They just know about the computer and CDs. Some of them don't even know about CDs, man. But we're going to talk about hip hop and dancehall and reggae music and give you a little history with some special guests that are here right now this second at VP Records 170-19 Jamaica Avenue in Jamaica, Queens. Hopefully Kingston, Jamaica will check in with us. We have a great sound system outside, some food, some lovely ladies here, some t-shirts. Ladies, we got some grown men for you, not no boys. Come on out and hang out right now at Record Store Day. Look, all around the world, they are celebrating Record Store Day. And this is something that, I don't know, Aaron, how many times a year we do this? Twice? Once or twice a year, it happens, and just some exclusive tunes. I'm going to pull up some records, vinyl records that are actually on sale and exclusive right now at VP Records that you might want to come down here and cop that if you need it. Look, just come on through, hang out with me. It's Record Store Day. I'm going to play some videos, some exclusive content that I have from the Video Music Box Collection. If you don't know anything about the Video Music Box Collection, it's Video Music Box Collection. We preserve, we archive all of the great content that is out there. Some of you might have seen my documentary. You're watching Video Music Box, and some of that content is in that. But any documentary that you watch, you probably see some Video Music Box content, and all coming from right here in Queens, New York. Big up all my Brooklyn crew, because I'm a Brooklyn, Queens guy. So you know what it is when we in the place, right? We're gonna party, we're gonna have a good time. I'm gonna be here till 5 in the afternoon. So come on down. Great day to bring the family out, family friendly. Come on out with the kids, guys, ladies. You want to teach the kids a little bit about the music and where it started. And we're going to play some new music too. Big up to all of the new artists that are out there. So come on down and hang out with us. Oh, wait a minute. I see a box set already. Come on, bring that box set in here. Yes, Aaron. Box set. This is we're going to do a raffle. Yes, we're going to do a raffle today. So this is the VP Records Down in Jamaica box set. 40 years of VP Records, the hits, the rarities, and the history of the world's largest record reggae label. And so this is amazing because I have one of these already, and all kinds of singles and CDs and just rare stuff, man. Big up to that. So we're going to raffle that off, but you got to come down here to get the raffle done, all right? Come on down to VP Records. It's called Down in Jamaica, 40 years of VP Records. We're going to play some videos. We got some videos lined up yet? Okay, we're gonna line up some videos. And then my friend, Cool DJ Red Alert, will be here. If you don't know anything about Cool DJ Red Alert, you'll learn the history of Cool DJ Red Alert on Kiss FM, Sting International on Kiss FM on the radio, as well as one of the top producers in the business, and my boy Kenny Dope, one of the original guys that made those party breaks for us, those amazing party breaks, Don Dada, and all that Super Cat stuff. He was the one who put that beat underneath it, him and Todd Terry. So it was amazing music that these guys were putting out in the late 80s, early 90s. He will be here as well as some other special guests that told me they coming through. But I don't want to say they're here until I see them in the place to be. We are on YouTube. You can share this YouTube right now. We are live from VP Records. We've got all types of folks coming in, but get down here early, get down here fast, so you can be part of the giveaways that we're doing. I'm gonna give away, in fact, I'm gonna do some Video Music Box giveaways too. I got the Video Music Box gear in the place, so I want y'all to come down and hang out with me and hear some good music. And I'm going to get some jerk chicken from outside. We definitely want to do that right now and get it started. Beautiful Saturday afternoon right here in Queens, New York. Let me know where you are repping from right now if you are in the chat, where you're at in the world. I know we have folks checking in from all over the world, Brazil, Germany, all my people in Africa, all my people that are checking in the Caribbean, any island. You tell me the best island in the Caribbean. I have a feeling it's going to be Jamaica today. But anybody that's out there, come on out and hang out with us right now. I want to see you in the place. Hopefully, this is at VP Records. So if you don't know anything about VP Records, it's Vincent and Pat Records, and Miss Pat Chin may come and make a spot in the place today. We don't know. Sometimes she just pop up on us just to see what we're doing, what us young guys is doing up in here. But we'll see if Miss Chin comes in and hangs out with us today, and we'll get it popping. Uncle Ralph McDaniels. I started this show called Video Music Box. Wow, it's been quite a ride. 39 years of Video Music Box. And we used to play all of the videos, all the early videos. And in my opening is Bob Marley. And for folks that didn't know anything about that, we played hip hop, we played reggae music, we played R&B records, we played all kinds of music that was coming out in the 80s. The 80s was a wonderful time. So we're gonna get into some of that 80s music as well as jump into the 90s. And we can't forget about, some of those amazing 90s artists that were part of this whole journey. And I have some exclusive interviews with Shabba Ranks, Supercat, and DMX in Jamaica, and a couple of other rarities that I brought down myself that we're gonna show today. So hopefully you are there, you're out there. Share this with a friend. Let them know that it's Record Store Day right here. Come on down to VP Records and hang out with us, all right? Uncle Ralph, we here, this is how we do it, man. Hey, look, let us know where you at right now. Let me know where you're at. If you on the chat right now, let me know where you at. Because let me see if I can get my screen up so I can see the chat as well. Yeah, I want to see you guys and make sure you guys are hanging out with us. If you're from Jamaica, if you love Caribbean music in general, let me know how you feel about the Caribbean music, and let me know where you're coming from right now. And also let everybody else know that we are here and we are live. We have a live sound system outside, pretty posse, and it's going to be amazing. So look, we are here. We have any videos yet? No yet? No videos yet? You see, I want to play some videos so you guys can see some of the amazing visuals that I've directed over 400 music videos. And I want to play a couple of videos that I directed. I did Supercat, Ghetto Red Hot. We shot that in Kingston, Jamaica. My boy Daddy Freddie, I forgot that I did Daddy Freddie from the UK. We did his videos. And so I want to make sure we can check out some of those visuals that were part of the scene that made dancehall and hip hop come together. And if you know there's a bunch of remixes from Shabba and a bunch of remixes from Supercat that you need to see, and we're going to get some of that stuff in there today. We're also going to take a walk outside. We're going to take a walk outside, listen to the sound that's going on outside, and maybe get you a little taste. I'll do a little taste testing out there and see how it's going. So we are here. We're doing what we do. It's amazing to me when I walk in a place and, just the colors of the artwork that's in here. We're gonna actually, I'm gonna probably break away this camera so we can show you some of the amazing artwork that's here at VP Records. And this is the new VP Records. Now, some of you guys maybe haven't been here in about 10 years, but they redid the whole space. And we're in the event space, which is amazing. And so I want you guys to check it out. If you can't come down here, I'm gonna do a little walk around so you can check out the VP Records space and some of the amazing things that are here right now. We have some great clothing, and VP Vincent and Pat organization, the nonprofit is here. They have some clothes, amazing clothes and gear that is available right now. And all of the stuff that sells in this part of the store is all going to the foundation. And Vincent and Pat Foundation helps everybody, VNP, all around the world. Amazing organization that helps people. Big up to Rhythm Driven Clothing. They are involved with that part of it right here. It's Record Store Day, and if you, like I said, if you don't know anything about Record Store Day, it happens all the time. Amazing record store day that goes from not just here in the U.S., but all over the world. So in Germany, they're celebrating Record Store Day. In Japan, Record Store Day. In the UK, Record Store Day. In Brazil, Record Store Day. And sometimes people like me, I look for the small 7-inch 45s. I love that kind of stuff. I'm a real collector. I'm what they call a digger, you know. And so all the collectors, we want you to come down today, because if you're looking for something special and it may be associated with Caribbean music, not just Caribbean music, because we got some special music that's here just for today for Record Store Day, and I'm gonna pull some more of that stuff up as well. Like I said, the box set is here. We're gonna do a raffle for the box set, but you gotta come in and hang out with us so you can get this right here, amazing piece of work down in Jamaica, 40 years of VP Records. And it's amazing to me because as a kid, I used to come by here, not a kid, but like a young guy, and look at the store and go, wow, one day I'll be in here doing something like this. And here I am about 40 years later. I've been doing Video Music Box for 39, so our passion is parallel. We've been doing it for a long time. So I'm excited and glad that we are hooked up with VP. Mainstay in the community. All of your favorite big hits all come from VP Records. They started in Kingston, Jamaica, and now they're right here in Jamaica, Queens. So this is amazing to me, but 40 years of VP Records. I didn't even realize it was 40 years when I first thought about it, you know. So this is a box set with 94 tracks on it, 101 artists, 4 CDs, 4 12-inch. Remember the 12-inch singles? Yeah. We got that right here in all of this box right here. 4 7-inch, the singles, and just an amazing booklet. Big up to my man Carter. He's gonna come on a little later on, and he put this all together. Did an amazing job with the crew here at VP, and yeah, just amazing artists. If you like the old school, if you like some of the new stuff, it's all here. I see Taurus Riley is on here, as well as Shaggy, and I also see some Shaka Demus, Ini Kamosi. You know those names if you've ever been into the dance hall, you know, and you know what that's all about. So all of this right here in this box set, but you got to come on down and hang out with us. All right, Ralph McDaniels, we are here. Hopefully we have some videos we can play. We have some video we can play. Yeah, awesome. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, we're gonna get some videos in there. So wait now. We have this young lady here. Did you move my camera a little bit just now? Oh, okay. Who got me? Oh, we can walk around. All right. So. Let me see what we could do here. You got me? Okay. So I'm gonna stand up a little bit so you guys get a chance to see what's going on here. So, you got me? We're live. We are live at VP Records, yes. No problem. So check it out. So check out that wall right there. Check out that wall. So these are some amazing some artwork that we have here. Paul Bogle, Jamaican freedom fighter, Bob Marley 70th anniversary, freedom fighters. This is amazing stuff that we have here on display right here at VP Records. And I'm gonna walk around and get a chance. We just gotta get a little bit more room so I can walk around and see, but maybe I can get behind you. Let's take a look at that wall over there, and you can go in a little closer, and I'll give you a little play-by-play there on that right there. So these are the sound systems that VP put out a calendar really at the beginning of the year, and celebrated all of the major sound systems over the years at VP Records. And you can see King Edwards, Metro Media, Emperor Lord Faith, King Tubby's, Youth Promotion, Gemini Hi-Fi, Ja Love Music, Jack Ruby, all of these different sound systems. If you know, when you go to Jamaica, and let me tell you something about Jamaica, come back to me. You know, the first thing that I noticed when I went to Jamaica, we're gonna come back over here. When I visited Jamaica for the first time, is that everywhere I went, everybody had a sound system. Everybody had a sound system in front of their house. I don't care if it was Saturday, Sunday, whatever it was, you hear some tunes playing. Big speakers. I was saying, where are these people getting all this music from and all these speakers from? But music is that important to Jamaica. And then the food. We can't forget about the food. Of course, the food is amazing. And so we're going to eat today, and we're going to listen to some great music, and we're going to give away some great music, and we're going to do some things with some clothing and do something with the foundation. Like I said, we are here in Jamaica, Queens right now, live. Come on down, 170-19 Jamaica Avenue, in the heart of Jamaica, Queens. Been here 40 years, maybe less than 40 years, but Miss Pat will probably break it down how long they've been here in Jamaica, Queens, versus when she was on the turntables in Kingston, Jamaica. So we want to make sure that we get it and get her down here and we talk a little bit more about it, get some videos in and get it going. So I think we're going to have some videos playing up soon. No, not yet? Got a couple of videos? Let me know where you repping from. VP Records, Ralph McDaniels, Uncle Ralph. My special guest on the way. Don't worry about a thing. Roadblock already outside. Roadblock. All roads lead to VP Records right here in Jamaica, Queens. Yes, we are here. Video Music Box. I've got some t-shirts. Let me see one of them t-shirts so we can show them what we got, all right? We're going to see one of those t-shirts we could pull up. And let me get one of those t-shirts so I can show them what we're working with. We're going to give away some t-shirts today. No. We're right here. Yeah. Yeah, you could just fling it over here. Yeah. All right. Video Music Box. Yes, we have the t-shirts. We're going to give away some t-shirt today. And we have some for sale as well. The official collector's item, Video Music Box t-shirt. You need to have that in the place. You need to have that in your life. This goes around the world, of course, celebrating 39 years of Video Music Box. And we're going to do some of that too. So box sets, CDs, all types of things that we are giving away right here at VP Records. And it is super important. And the sound system is live outside. They are doing their thing. They are playing some amazing songs, all vinyl. I think so. That's what they said. I got to go out and check, make sure they didn't pull that laptop out. But all vinyl playing live right here on Jamaica Avenue. And the sun is coming out right now, so it's looking amazing out in the street. So wherever you're at, how is the weather where you're at? Let me know how you're doing out there. I know my people up there where it's cold, it's still cold up there, you know. But you know, up in Albany, up New York, you know, it's a little bit colder up there. In fact, they just had snow the other day. So if you're on the East Coast, you might still be having snow according to where you're at, you know. But here, Jamaica, Queens, I think it's about 65 degrees right here in the place to be. Ralph McDaniels, Record Store Day 2022. We do this twice a year, sometimes, yeah, you know, pandemic. We open up now. That's why it's amazing right now, because of the pandemic. And for those who know, New York was completely shut down. It was completely shut down. You couldn't go out at one time. You know, just starting to open up now and have events outside. As the young people say, we outside. You know, we are doing it. And this is part of the new Jamaica Queens as well. Jamaica Queens is changing. And so we're happy that we are here and have an opportunity be part of some things that are changing out here in this community. So if you're from Jamaica, Queens, maybe you don't live here anymore, come on out and hang out with us. I'm thinking maybe I should bring in Miss Pat right now. Miss Pat's gonna be here all day. We might have to bring Miss Pat in just to have a little conversation. Let's see if we can get Miss Pat to come in and say a few words real quick. Call Miss Pat over. Yeah. Let's see if we can get her to come in and just say a few words, because, you know, she's always working. And, you know, you can't just tell a woman to come on the camera because you have her hair done and everything has to look right. So this is super important that we make sure that we get it, we get Miss Pat right. Hold on. Come in, Miss Pat. Yeah. So we're live in your shop.
Yes, it is indeed a shop.
So for those who don't know, this is an amazing space that you have here. It's a brand new space. This is like an event space, and you've set it up today for the last couple of weeks for the foundation.
Yes. Thank you for having me. Good morning, everyone. I'm Pat Chin, founder of VP Records and Randy's Record. Yes, we have made up this space for the community, whether you want to do a book signing, artwork, anything that is available here for you, for the community. And the proceeds are going to the Vincent and Pat Foundation to give back to musicians, singers, and to just spread the culture throughout the world. We're very happy that everything is opening up, and we're hoping to do a lot of outdoor shows to embrace the culture. Today we are so blessed to have Ralph here, my good friend for many, many years.
Yes.
And just make sure that, he went to Jamaica, fall in love with sound system, brought it back here, and here is it, hip-hop and reggae are joining together. What a beautiful reunion, and it's about time. I always feel like unity is in strength, and if we can embrace each other, we will go far. So all the reggae lovers and hip-hop lovers, please support us. It's a beautiful culture for both parties, and we continue to do it throughout the state and to live events. We have Jerk Fest coming up. We have Summer Stage coming up, and Ralph will tell you all that's coming up also.
Yes. Yes, Record Store Day. How long has Record Store Day been going on, Ms. Pat?
I think, it's officially done maybe 5 years, but 2 years since we had the pandemic, we didn't celebrate. But it's officially maybe 5, 6 years. And every year throughout the world, yes. This is donated for Record Store Day. In Florida, we have Record Store Day. My other branch is there. And we're happy to bring the community together to celebrate Record Store Day. Very important because that's where we all start. From the little 45 records, come right up to digital, to streaming, and here we are now streaming. So thank you.
And the thing that's amazing too that folks don't know is that you have some selections that not just Caribbean music, they are exclusively some rock records, some pop records that are here, that are going to be here available for Record Store Day today. So I'm going to show them a little while some of the selections that you have, because what happens, and I'll give you just an example, and I didn't know this until Carter told me this, and we're going to have Carter come on a little later, but Carter told me that, Record Store Day is when the record companies decide certain exclusive records, vinyl, that they're going to release. And it could be any type of music. It could be jazz, it could be rock and roll, it could be reggae, it could be R&B, hip hop, whatever it is. And they only put out a certain amount, limited. And VP gets a certain amount, and as well as other stores around the world. So we'll have some exclusive things that we'll let people know. Like, you might have like 5 pieces, and that's it. So if just from buying vinyl, you gotta get down to the store fast, so you can get one of those 5. One per customer.
Yes, it is indeed, especially for the collectors. And let me tell you, way back when, the sound system always pay a lot of money to be exclusive. They would go upstairs at the Studio 17 and cut a dub and make sure that it's exclusive, where they can draw that dub with the competition going on. So it's all about be the first to have a disc. And I love the competition in music because it brings life to the music. We didn't use guns, or we use the competition of being a sound system operator. Because in the 50s and 60s, the radio didn't play our music. So the sound system is a big part of the culture.
That's right.
They really put out the music so that the buyers could see the new releases and what's going on. It's always good also for the politician, because when they're doing their meeting, the sound system would be playing there so that the crowd will stay on to listen to the message.
Yeah.
So we have gone way back when.
You know what's funny? I saw a documentary with Bob Marley, and the politicians going back and forth trying to make him part of what they were doing. Is that what more you're talking about?
Yes, that was the One Love concert where he brought the two parties together to unite, and it was a beautiful thing. And from that became the song One Love. And One Love is played all over the world. It's our theme song. And I went to Alaska a couple years ago, and there was at the boat side a little three-piece band welcoming us with One Love, way in Alaska. So it just shows how far our music has traveled and how blessed we are to have such a beautiful culture in music.
Yes, yes, yes. So it's Record Store Day 2022. Ralph McDaniels. Miss Pat Chin is here. She is always, just stopping through and make sure everybody's doing their thing, not wasting no time. See, Miss Pat came to check on me to make sure I'm doing my job in here today. I know what's going on. But it's, this is, Pat, Miss Pat, we're going to give away one of these today as a raffle. 40 years of VP Records down in Jamaica, amazing project that you put out. And we're super excited to give one of these away today, as well as some other things that we're going to do. I have some T-shirts. There's some amazing shirts that you have here. Can you tell us about the foundation, because you have some exclusive clothes here? I picked up a Nas and Damien Jr. Gang shirt the other day. That only if you were on tour would you know anything about that.
Yes, we have some selected T-shirts from the artists. And they're like one of a kind, so we have a table full of the T-shirts. So come on down, mix and match, and pick what you like. We have them on sale today. And I want to give a big shout out for Carter. He just came in the door, I see. He was the creator for this box set, and it has enhanced all the sound system and the selective. He made special selection for these records. So Carter will tell you more about the box set, which we're raffling today, and we also have it on sale. So Carter.
When did this come out, Miss Pat?
It came out in October of 2019. So how long? That's 2 years and change.
Well, the pandemic in between there, right?
Yeah, that's why I paused when I said it, is because it's like, has it been that long ago? But yeah, this was like the first big project I worked on when I came to VP, and labor of love. And I always have to thank the Chins for trusting me to tell their story through music, because this was a big job. And all these tracks, and all this content, and like really picking the best of the best. It's got 8 vinyl pieces and 4 CDs. And the number of artists representing is kind of mind-blowing when you look back at it. I was just next door with an open copy and showing it to Sting. He hadn't seen inside of it, so I kind of like to, maybe we'll bring an open copy.
Yeah. No, you did an amazing job.
Thanks, man.
Amazing job, Carter. So much information, so many stories, so many things that you can learn about this music, and taking it back to the early days and up to the 90s, right?
Or it comes 2000, up to 2018. Really.
Yeah, I see TOK on there.
Yeah, man, definitely. So yeah, it's really 77 from when the company moved to New York.
Yes.
And, Randy's in Jamaica started in 58, so they had 20 years of history before
in
Jamaica. Then they come and they become VP Records here in 77, basically. So this is a 40-year story.
Wow. And Ms. Pat, how for people that want to start and get into this record business, how do we do it?
I came here 45 years ago just trying to spread my culture and to tell the world that we have a beautiful reggae music. But it was very hard, very, very hard for the first 10 years. I didn't have any money to advertise, so I just sent out little pamphlets. I would go to Brooklyn 3-4 times with the van to deliver a couple of 45s. And because I spent 20 years on the counter selling at Randy's Record Mart in Jamaica, I was very versed with all the music, all the producers, all the singers, all the versions. So I was very learned with my craft. So sometime when I would do telemarketing, they would say, "Can you put on a man for me?" I said, "Why did you want a man?" Then they realized I knew the music. So the barrier was, they started to trust me. I
was going to say to you, you told me once that some of the guys, they were not being nice, and they wanted a man there, and they didn't believe that you knew all this music. But how did you learn about the music? And I'm just going to tell you something real quick, is that when I was coming up and I was listening to music, and I used to hear dub plates, dubs. And I'd be like, where do you find these records at? Where can I buy these? I didn't know about going to a store like VP or some of the other ones, and I lived in Brooklyn at the time. And then one day I went in and they were like, oh, there's a whole section of of songs from Jamaica, from the UK. And I said, I didn't know that this store even existed and you could get these records because I didn't see them in the American stores that I went to.
Well, when I came here 45 years ago, I brought up all the small producers' music, together with Bob Marley, of course. They knew Bob Marley, but they didn't know Sizzler, they didn't know too much about Dennis Brown, they didn't know Jammies, they didn't know John Jalas. So many producers, beautiful songs they didn't know. So it was just educational, telling them who is this and trying to sell a wider scale of music than just a few. So that's how I started.
Yeah.
And tell them the story about Jamaica and the culture and how reggae music started, educating them. But on my travels, even in California, they would bring me a vinyl, which is like 20 years ago that they bought for me to sign because they loved it so much.
Yeah.
I went to Mexico and the same thing. They would have a reggae gold 20 years ago, they want me to sign it. So I realized that my music has spread all over the world, and I'm so proud that something started in Jamaica in the early 50s has grown so beautiful that so many people all over the world love reggae music. And of course hip hop, which is our offspring.
Yes, that's right. Big up to Kool Herc. Big up to Kool Herc.
Yeah, big up to Kool Herc, who gave me a beautiful endorsement
Yes.
on my reggae music journey book. It's 60 years of music that I talked about my journey in Jamaica from 1958, coming to America in 1977.
That's right.
It was a 60 years journey, and thank God I'm still alive to share that story.
We're glad that you are here with us today, Miss Pat. And I know you're going to do some running around. I told everybody, come on down. We at 170-19 Jamaica Avenue. We got some exclusive for all the collectors that are out there. Come on through. We got some special guests in the place that are going to get on with us soon. Tenny Dope, my man Sting International, and Cool DJ Red Alert. And we're going to talk about hip hop and dancehall and when did that happen? For some people, they tell me, no, Ralph, it was before the 80s and the 90s. We were doing that way before. I'm like, all right. We're going to get some of my friends who really know this business, and they're going to tell you when it really started to pop off, when you started to see, Shaba and Supercat and all of those guys and all those remixes. Look, Beyonce did Baby Boy. Remember that one? That's right. So big hits, coming out of the combination of this music and making it happen right here in the U.S. And I did a couple of videos. Hopefully we'll be able to play some of those videos soon for Supercat and Shaba and others. Big up to all the people that have been part of the scene and all my people from around the world. Let me know where you're at in the world as well.
And big up to you for helping Jamaican culture reach a broader audience. Like, I don't think people always think about the role you play, but you just
the visuals.
If there was a crack in the door, you helped widen it, and a lot came through. So
yeah.
Respect.
Well, for those who don't know, we were Video Music Box is the visual side of it, and that's when people started watching music videos a lot, and still, the music still wasn't getting the airplay that it should have gotten. The streets, the kids all were listening to this music, and it still wasn't getting the airplay. Maybe once a week on a radio station, but not like now. We have 24-hour streaming of of music. You had to wait till Friday or Saturday or get a good mixtape. That's when mixtapes became really good. But it's important that people know that the directors out there, some of the guys. I come from the visual world, so big up all of those directors who worked on those early music videos and were part of that scene. So many artists that we interviewed in the early days, and we know that TV is what they call broadcast, and it reaches so many people that you don't even know that are watching it from home. They don't come out to the dance hall. They don't go to some of the concerts, but they'll watch that TV and they'll learn a lot about it. So that was important.
I want to give a big shout out for the sound system who really, when the record wasn't played on the radio, the sound system is the one that really gave the music to the audience.
Yes.
They're a big part of the culture.
100%.
And the wall shows you all the different
and this is a calendar, right, that you did?
Yeah, of all the sound systems. And you could talk with.
Yeah, no, I mean the over on the wall, I don't know if the cameras can catch it, but there's a display of the history of Jamaican sound systems. It's illustrated by an artist named Konstantinos Pistorius. He's actually from the island of Cyprus, and he's a huge fan of the sound system. Again, it shows you how globally the interest is in this music, that somebody from far off would have this passion. And he's a trained graphic designer, and he illustrated this kind of like comic book vibe of sound system history, and we put them on display here at 17021 Jamaica Avenue, and we made our calendar a year ago to feature these works. So it's just the story told in pictures.
Well, what's amazing to me is that calendar, and also the calendar, Miss Pat, that you did for the women in reggae music too.
Yes, in 2002 we honor all the female singers from Rita Marley come right up to Spice. And it's a beautiful calendar showing the history of the female in the music industry. And way back when there were only backup singers, now we have forefront with Jana, Nitana, so many more, Spice, Coffee, that's doing their thing. You know?
Toast, I love that tune, yeah.
Not only singing, they have other things to bring to the table.
Yeah.
In health and wellness, yoga class, whatever they do well.
Wait a minute, isn't Spice on a reality show?
Big reality star.
Yeah. Big up to Spice. Congratulations, you did your thing this year. Big up to everybody out there doing their thing. We're gonna see if we can get some more videos, get some videos played, but we're gonna take a break. I'm gonna bring in some other folks, and I know you guys will be back. Miss Pat, you know, not just because you the mom here, but you could get one of the young ladies. We're gonna need some jerk chicken a little later on. You know, not just because you're the lady. That's not why I'm saying. Don't hold it against me, Miss Pat. Don't hold it against.
You're forgiven. You're forgiven.
But nobody's gonna understand. Like, I can't tell that to a man right now.
Okay. Thank you. Record Store Day is today. Record Store Day, big all over the world.
Yes.
Record Store Day, celebrate it. It's worth celebrating. We have come a long, long, long way. Thank you.
Yes. All right, so Record Store Day, Ralph McDaniels, like I said, go ahead, it's all right. We are going to do this box set giveaway. You got to come down, though, to be part of it. Folks are here now, and they are part of it, and it's happening. So it's 40 years down in Jamaica.
Down in Jamaica, 40 years of VP Records.
So wait a minute. I know that we have some other releases that are getting ready to happen today.
And that's maybe for another break, but we do have VP Records does have a special Record Store Day release that actually ties into this whole conversation about the roots of sound system, Jamaican MCs, and that sort of continuum that turned into hip hop culture eventually as through the roots in the Bronx and Cool Herc. We'll talk about that maybe at another break, but we do have a release that's a real archival kind of thing for today. Yeah, for the deep collectors.
Okay.
Deep.
Yeah, we got some deep collectors in the building. Cool DJ Red Alert, Kenny Dope, and Sting International on their way. Coming soon in a little while. We're going to get them on the screen right now and talk hip hop and dancehall and reggae, and the roots of how that all happened and where it all started to jump off on some of the clubs. Where were you when you started to hear some of these songs and see some of these videos? You know, just amazing stuff that starts in the music business. It has to start somewhere. When different sounds start to emerge, you know, there's some key players, and I think we have some of the key players here today that are part of that whole scene. So it's amazing. Big up to VP. Big up to all my Video Music Box crew, videomusicbox.com. We have t-shirts as well down here too. This is an exclusive. I don't normally sell, you know, you can only find my stuff on the videomusicbox.com. But we got some Video Music Box collectors,
nice
t-shirts with the original logo on it, and I got my Adidas on, so we matching up right now. You see how we doing it, all right?
Good one.
All right, so we're gonna do. Let's show this right here. I want you guys to show this. Zoom in on that, and I'm gonna get my special guest set up, and we're gonna get something going right now, because we are at VP Records. It is Record Store Day. Super important that you come on down and you get this box set right now is available right now, as well as some other stuff that we have going on. VP Records, Record Store Day, 170-19 Jamaica Avenue in Queens, New York. We are here, we are doing it, and this is what we do.
I'm like, dog.
Yo, so it's on the flash drive. I gotta put the videos literally on the flash drive, or I can play them from my laptop. I mean, and pull the video over. I just got to see if I can hear the audio, the right audio. And then it's like real small, so I gotta find the thing that enlarge the video. I didn't want to show it small, but it's here. So that's working. So I'm gonna try to get it big, and then I'm gonna slide it over.
Whatever you got, just do something. I need all like.
I don't want to see it. I want to see if they can sound it's like see if they can connect this outside to their output. Oh, to get the music. Yeah. Then we gonna play the music, and I'm gonna play this while I find out. Just this part.
But how far?
It's gonna when we did it, it's gonna probably reach to right about here. Yeah.
Yo, what up, man? Yeah. VP Records, Ralph McDaniels. We are here, Record Store Day, all about the vinyl. Big up my man DJ Hot Day in the building. Know about that vinyl. He got all the new stuff too. I see you, Hot Day. And we are doing a raffle, like we said earlier, for this right here. It's called Down in Jamaica. This is something that VP put out. Special selections with 7 inches as well in here, and the 12 inches and CDs. So it's a combination of everything. Some people say, Ralph, I don't have a turntable. Turntables are cheap right now. You can go to Walmart or Target and buy a turntable nowadays. And to me, it sounds better when you listen to it on the vinyl. So go pick up a turntable. The kids will probably be like, what is going on and why? But it's just a vibe, you know, and it's something that's really cool. VP Records down in Jamaica, 40 years of VP Records. I'm Ralph McDaniels from Video Music Box. Follow me at Video Music Box on all social media. Like I said, we are here at 170-19 Jamaica Avenue in Queens, New York. Some exclusive stuff, some great conversation going on. Big up to DJ Red Alert, who's here. Kenny Dope is here. Sting International's here. DJ Hot Day is here. Folks are coming in, just pulling up and, you know, double parking like it's the 90s and just coming on in and hanging out with us. So it's amazing day right here at VP. We're gonna be here till 5 o'clock. We're gonna play some tunes and get some videos lined up. We're gonna go outside, check out some of the visuals that are going on out there. Some food is happening. We are over here in the event space, which one side of it is the studio, and then the other side is actually Vincent and Pat Foundation, and they have some amazing stuff set up there with clothing and giveaways, and it's all going to the foundation, Vincent and Pat Foundation, VNP Foundation. So look that up and come on down. And like I said earlier, this is all family friendly, you know, family friendly. And in a little while, the reason why I said I'm gonna do a takeover here at VP is that hip hop is gonna come in the building, and we're gonna talk some hip hop stuff and how we started to work with some of the dancehall artists, some of the producers that were part of that, how the transition happened, and how it all came about. That this music started merging together and really going an amazing way, to the part where you see guys like, you know, Sean Paul, who's out there right now, and Spice and Shaggy still doing it. But I remember back in the days, I used to be in this club called the Arc, and the Signet Crew, and that was, you know, Shaggy and Red Fox and Screechy and Baja Jed and all them guys, and we did big up, and then it all took off on that side, and you know. So many different pockets of music around the world right now, especially, you know, here in Queens and in Brooklyn, but in the Bronx, in Atlanta, in Miami, in LA, so many pockets just here in the US. For folks that don't know, if you're watching from outside of the US, so much of this music plays all the time in Boston and different areas, and it's always some new emerging sounds. Big up to all my people in the UK, and we're going to talk about how the UK was doing it and making it amazing for folks that were coming from to here. You know, like I remember I did a video for Daddy Freddie, and Daddy Freddie was a UK artist, big in the UK, and then he was signed to a label here in the U.S. and really, you know, took over the airwaves here in the United States. Big up to some of the original people, and I want to just touch base with that. I first started to learn about the music, especially when they started to call it dancehall. We're gonna find out really how did that happen. But to me, it's reggae music. But you know, I guess when they put a different rhythm and people can dance to it, they call it dancehall music. But we're gonna find a little bit more about that. But I have to give a big shout out to my man Shinehead. You know. Like Shinehead was one of the original cats that, you know, was walking through the streets with the Adidas on, his hat to the back, and you know, and then he had an accent. You were like, yo, where you from? And he's from Jamaica, and he could sing and he could chat and he could, you know, he knew the beats, he knew how to make beats, he knew what was the hot beat. He probably could beatbox too, and all of that. One of the most talented guys I ever met in my life. and put out an amazing album back in the days, and still continues to play music, more roots and culture now. From my man Carter told me, he spoke to him. And so all of these folks that were part of it, big up to my man Jamalski, who's, doing his thing in the hip hop clubs, running with KRS-One, and put out some amazing music, and just was a friendly guy to the space, and probably helped a lot of the relationships happen, because everybody back in the days was kind of off in their corner. The hip hop guys were off in their corner, and the Jamaican crews were off in their corner. So we had to figure out how to get everybody together. But guys like Jamalski and others that we'll talk about in a little while when we bring on Kenny Dope, Cool DJ Red Alert, and Sting International, and we'll talk a little bit further about that when we get those guys out here. 170-19 Jamaica Avenue. Like I said, the room is starting to fill up. Miss Pat is here making the rounds. We have some food. We have some T-shirts. I'm pretty sure somebody has some liquor in their back pocket, but I don't know about that. I don't know what's going on, and other things. But it's a beautiful day in Jamaica, Queens. Ralph McDaniels Video Music Box Takeover. Hopefully you're checking us out right now, and you can hang out with us for the rest of the day. Let me know where you repping from right now. Where are you repping from right now? Where are you at right now? Pretty Posse outside. The sound system is booming, and they got it going on. We're gonna put a camera outside as well, so you can see some of that and be part of this. I'm almost close to giving this one away, so we're gonna make an announcement in a little while, and then Carter is gonna bring us some more of the exclusive music that's just for today, for Record Store Day, because that's why we're here, Record Store Day 2022. And we'll get the history, a little bit more of the history of Record Store Day from Kenny Dope and Sting International and Cool DJ Red Alert, and learn a little bit more about Record Store Day. But these guys are major collectors. They are in the building right now, with us right now. And Miss Pat is hooking them up with some gear and getting them some Cool DJ Red Alert, some jackets and T-shirts and all kinds of amazing stuff. So yeah, this is nice. Yeah, follow us, at VP Records, on Instagram, on Facebook. Oh, big up to everybody checking in on Facebook Live. All my people checking in. Yeah, we are live on Facebook Live as well as on YouTube. All around the world, people checking in. Already Brazil checked in, already the UK checked in, Japan already checked in, West Coast in the US already checking in. All my people in Miami definitely checking in. So here we are, and so many people want to be part of Record Store Day. They just want to be part of it. They want to come out and feel the vinyl. They forgot about vinyl. Vinyl was still popping, still going on. We're still doing the vinyl, and it's still amazing to see all these folks come out. I mean, outside is packed because it's actually pretty nice out here today, about 65 degrees in New York City, and this is what we do. Ralph McDaniels here, Video Music Box, and for those who don't know, you can go to videomusicbox.com. People are asking me about the T-shirt. Go to videomusicbox.com and get your T-shirt right now while they last. Exclusives. These are collector's items as well. And big up to our Video Music Box collection. So folks that are coming in and want to find out a little bit more about the Video Music Box collection, go to videomusicboxcollection.org. And that is our nonprofit where we preserve and archive this culture and spread it around the world for young people to learn in different institutions, from the high schools to the colleges to the museums to the libraries. It's important that we know our culture. You have to know where you came from to know where you're going. And that's super important to me. And so documenting all of this stuff in the early 80s and in the 90s was way too important to just let go by, and to not be able to share that with kids right now so they know the culture. It's super important that we know our culture, and that's where we're at, and that's what we're doing today, and bringing in some of the early pioneers that are part of this scene. And yeah, Kenny Dope is here, Sting International is here, Cool DJ Red Alert is here. We are filling up the room right now, which I knew was going to happen, but it's all good. And we're going to get those folks in here in a minute, all right? Ralph McDaniels. Let's see. Let's get my chair set up. We can get some of these guys in here. Yeah. So I'm going to bring in some of these chairs. You see all three chairs? All right. All right. Yeah. They playing vinyl outside, so we're gonna try and get a little shot of outside before we bring in our special guest. And we're gonna play some videos as well. Yeah. And then I'm gonna go over to the actual the store where they're selling the vinyl. Everybody's over there. All the collectors are there now. Yeah. What? Watch it, Red. Red. Red Alert is in my camera right now. Don't worry, that was Red Alert's stomach. Don't worry about that.
I'm paying for this.
You hear his voice, so you know he's here. But you know, this is what it's all about. Guys who come down, been collecting music for so long, and been part of the scene. You know, this is why we're here. VP Records. Yeah. I'm getting a sign that we may be going outside soon. They're playing some amazing music out there, and the crowd is getting deep out there. Yeah. Yes. Exclusive vinyl. Someone asked me. Yes, we have exclusive vinyl right here, right now. And some of them are only like maybe 5 pieces of it or 10 pieces of it that you might not ever see because they're going to sell out all over the world. What happens is the record company makes like 100 copies or 200 copies of it, and then they distribute it to all the stores. And all, you know, everybody might get 5. One record store might get 10. Another big store might get 20. And that's it. And then it's out, and you may never see it again. So come on down. If you're looking for certain things, I'm going to get some more of the titles that are here. But I would suggest, just based upon what they have here right now, you get down here and come down and be part of this scene right now, because we are going to sell out everything, sell off in here. VP, yeah, we here. Come on down. Let's get a shot of the boxer because I'm about to give it away right now. Yeah. All right.
So I'm just showing right now. I'm showing the DJ outside. See if they hear it. It's gonna do a small delay. And they should turn it up to sound okay. So he should get that on the screen. You see it on the screen yet? Yes, I might want to keep it. Here we go.
You got it. You should have it.
But they got it.
Let me go check.
I see,
Shout it out loud, and the double. Again, how many morning on
It's a wide shot of the thing now?
and Father God, this is a shining day.
There's something
That's
there.
one. Everybody
It looks like
shout
an
it
Instagram
for me.
page.
Every man who want to for them on the way, but cool. Who know for drop it, well, but them a talk, but some of us profit. Them hold the plate, but we hold the angle. Some hold. Watch out. I have never heard a sound play so heavy and so clear with a sweet tone of melody the crowd want to hear. Never heard a sound play so heavy and so clear with a sweet tone of melody. Watch out! That we no laugh, we no skin, we no play neither green along. Then we there I give out, we one in a sound boy can't hear. So him skin go and burn him. We don't dig the grave by the return coffin. You a fly too far, so we go and clip your wing. You test my sound, it is total murdering. I have never heard a sound play so heavy and so clear with a sweet tone of melody. But none shall come like this, said the Lord. Who God bless, no one curse. Trust me, and get this. Rudy don't fear, no boy, Rudy don't fear. All gangster don't care, no boy, gangster don't care. Get this. I say Rudy don't fear. the gangster and run off. Anyway you reach your bogus badge a pop off. Have them in a jam down and run Ghana foreign. One phone call, done everything. Cause gangster is heartless, God bless. No guy should guess every move gangster make. Everybody I say yes in deal with progress, honor and no respect. If you this mouse I got son, you pop your own and let we no fear. No boy, Rudy don't fear. Get this. All gangster don't care. No boy, gangster don't care. I say Rudy don't fear. No boy, Rudy don't fear. All gangster don't care. No boy, gangster don't care. But tell them to go. I walk through the valley of the shadow of death. Gangster fear no evil. No we no itch up, we no catch up. We no have no time to gossip with evil us people. And the father we a work for and not the devil. Adam come here fi Eve, him never come here fi neville. Oh you fi do that, go lick out and bow back. And the road to Zion there's a lot of stumbling block. But we no fear, no boy, Rudy don't fear. All gangster don't care. No boy, gangster don't care. When me ask them, oh na na, oh hell yeah, woo, yeah. I heard you planning to attack me, sound boy. But you buck up in a hardcore pretty pussy.
All on set it for us the one Mr. Dennis Emmanuel Brown. One out of the pretty posse big box. Yep.
Pass it! I like the sound guy a plan, but them now live long. Wicked man like Sugar Demus and Major Fire. Introducing Dennis Brown, the king of reggae. Sugar Demus not talking further, it's big man.
Murderers, spread to pass it up on front line. Phone up and stay behind, you hear me? Dennis Brown, let the Major Fire speaking. Yeah. Pretty posse come again. Oh, now, now. Oh, now, now. Oh, hell, yeah. Woo, yeah. I heard you planning to attack me, sound boy. But you buck up in a hardcore pretty pussy. Whoa, 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 whoa. You planning to attack me, sound boy. But you buck up in a hardcore pretty pussy. Look at it. The sound is as strong as the specials they play. Though each one's his brother's keeper. And you let the son of survivor. Gotta let a pretty come shining through. Gee, heard you planning to attack me, sound boy. But you buck up in a hardcore pretty pussy. Only naughty boy. Heard you planning to attack me, sound boy. But you women, boys and girls. Well, planning to attack me, sound boy. But you buck up in a hardcore pretty pussy. Oh Lord, heard you planning to attack me, sound boy.
Doesn't want me around.
I want you to reach out to all my beautiful ladies from early. So ladies.
If this world were mine, at your feet would I place all that I
All right, he lying about that part.
give it all to
You're not getting everything.
If this world were mine, at your feet would I place all that I
give it all to you, my kids.
If this world were only mine, if this world were only mine, baby.
Hold on now.
Having combination, you give me inspiration, good vibration. Now we are together. If this world were only mine, at your feet would I play.
I've been traveling all over this world, yeah, oh yeah. I never see no black roses in no other garden. So you see, something special is in my garden. Garden, black roses in my garden. Black roses in my garden. Seeing, to keep and carry it, you've got to water it. Seeing, oh God, to keep and carry it, you've got to water it. So you see, something special is in my garden. Garden, black roses in my garden. Black roses is blooming in my garden. Oh. Black roses in my garden. Black roses is blooming in my garden. Seed, I've been traveling all over this world. Seed.
Baby, I've gotta call you out. I feel the need for you tonight. I'm over my little apple. I'd certainly take a bite. My poor body's calling and needs attention fast. Till you're here beside me, baby. That's how long this pain's gonna last. You better come back home. Come back home. You better come back home. You better come back home. Can't remember how long it's been. I sure lost track of time. Don't ask me how I'm doing.
Where's it? You miss it?
Say I'm doing fine. My world is topsy-turvy.
Like we said, we're going back to the days.
Things upside
The
down.
foundation days.
It's no use explaining.
Slick to what Americans say, Africa, right?
Come see what's going on. You gotta come back home. Oh, baby, you gotta come back home.
I'm coming home. Hello.
But they I try to remember the name.
How are you? I'm feeling fine, and I hope you're fine too. Hello, Mama Africa. How are you? I hope when you hear these words, your grace turn blue. Grace turn blue. I'm saying these words to let you know how much I care, and I won't let go. Even though we're oceans away, you're with me day by day. Memories of you keep flashing.
Like we say, it's early. Find your favorite space.
Very thought
Get your food. Get your natural drinks.
I'm hurting bad. I'm hurting. I did not see what I was supposed to see. Taking it easy when a friend told me I was in danger. So much danger. Hating my woman, not taking her out. Working too hard and now she's gone off with a stranger. Someone I don't even know. I should have taken her out every once in a while. Dinner together on the fancy style.
What's the one, Mr. Barris?
That's all worthwhile. Now I guess I gotta walk an extra mile. I could beat myself. Oh yeah. Ooh yeah. I could beat myself. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm gonna feel fine.
She loves me now. Ooh, she loves me now. She loves me now. Whoa, she loves me now. And I sing glory, glory, hallelujah. Got to give thanks and praise unto the Father. A long time I man want this little daughter. She loves me now. Whoa, she loves me now. She loves me now. Whoa, she loves me now. After me talk to the mother and the father, send
Gonna make it one to go.
brothers and sisters.
1, 2.
1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1.
My camera is zoomed in. That's what I see on the live right now.
It's delayed, so it's on you now.
Okay.
What time did you get in? Advance is early?
Yeah. Yeah, we got here 11. No, 10:30. You know, we did a test yesterday, but something happened to it. It's always like that.
The signal was good.
It's fine. We got it. 12.
The thing is that it drops, right? And then you're like, what happened? Like,
yeah, we're going hard into the wall. Ready? Yeah. Welcome back, VP Records, Ralph McDaniels, Record Store Day. Look, we are in Jamaica, Queens, 170-19, Jamaica Avenue in Jamaica, Queens, VP Records, Record Store Day. And I think about records, only a few people, well, I shouldn't say not now, because records are back. Vinyl is back. And we have in the place, of course, Kenny Dope on my side. On this side, we have cool DJ Red Alert. We're going to bring Sting in a minute. Don't worry, Sting. Sting is like, wait, what's going on? Because Sting got all the details. We're going to get to Sting in a minute. Sting got all the details. But look, I'm happy, first of all, to bring you guys together, or us together, who have been doing this for so long, and vinyl and hip-hop and dancehall and reggae and the importance of it to the world. And, you know, I'm going to start with Kenny, and then we're gonna work to how we got to Red. Okay. And then you Puerto Rican from Brooklyn.
yes, sir. Sunset Park.
Sunset Park. Mm-hmm. Please believe it. Mm-hmm. It's real out there. Mm-hmm. And you all of a sudden start getting into this music thing. Let's say first of all, how did you get into the music, and then how did you start playing around with these beats and reggae?
Well, I got into the music in 1980. I was 10, but in 85 I started working in a record store in Sunset. So that's basically how I got into all the different genres, because in order to get the job at the store, the criteria was, look, you need to sell records and you need to learn about all this music across the board. Me being young and into hip hop and reggae, I was like rock and this and that, but to find out later on, that's where all the breaks were. So being a beat head, I found a lot of the breaks in the soul records and in the rock records and things like that. So that's where my palette started to grow and the interest in music, period. But being from Sunset was great because it was a melting pot. There was all different types of people that lived in the area. Mm-hmm. And like I said, you know, having to sell this music, we had hip hop, we had soul, funk, we had the electro music at that time. The house music was coming in at that time in '85, and the dancehall. Yeah, so that's when it was happening.
You know, when you work in a record store, you get all different types of people. They want whatever it is that they're looking for. It could be country music, it could be
and you have to know it. They come in singing a tune, you're like, okay, what's that? You know what I mean? You got to pull it out.
Right.
So, you know.
All right, so the dance hall. You know, my first connection with you, and it may be before this, was hearing like the super the Dandada, those blends, and I think Louis Rankin,
the Blood Vibes one.
Give them some titles so they know that was you.
Well, yeah. So let me tell you how that started originally. You know, those were transition records for us. You know, that's how when we did our parties, we would transition from a disco classic record into the next phase. So originally, that's how they were made. But then at that same time, I was going to see Louis, and Louis was playing at Roseland, and he was playing across the board as well too.
So those who don't know, Louis Vega, your partner,
Vega, right?
Masters
My
at
partner
Work.
that ended up to be the crew Masters at Work. But Louis was playing at Roseland, and in Roseland he was playing Special Ed, and he was playing Tribe Called Quest, and he was playing the freestyle records at that time, and he was also playing the reggae records at that time. So me being in the club and being a kid, I'm like thinking of that transitional all the time. That's how I did the Blood Vibes record, which I took Junior Reed and mashed it up with Tribe's record, Bonita Applebum, the drums from that. And it just started to grow, and I gave it to Red. That's where the link is. Red has it. And then he started playing it, and then I said, okay, well, Louis Rankin came out.
Right.
Let me take that piece and put it together, and I did a little mashup with that. Gave it to Red again, and then it just,
But wait, what made you, well, you know what it is? I know what it is.
was the hip-hop
You're from
side.
Brooklyn, too.
Brooklyn, the hip-hop side, but again, fusing the two and seeing the dance floor of what was happening when he played Junior Reed One Blood,
right?
When he played the Tribe record,
right?
You know what I'm saying? So,
but everybody wasn't on that reggae like that. Only certain pockets in Brooklyn and the Bronx, and because you might be uptown in Harlem. Red, come on, you from 116th, 110.
Yes.
You might not be able to play all those records that we was playing in Brooklyn and in the Bronx.
Right.
Not at all. Like you say, in different pockets that according to wherever the family was staying at, that's where everything was rising. All within the Brooklyn section, up there around White Plains and in the Bronx, even in Bricktown, that part over there in Queens.
Oh, yeah.
But as time go by, I could see that people were still being influenced by the Caribbean sound. And when it came to the hip hop, you heard some people that was either had like a person that was on a song with them. I forgot either Fat Boys or Run DMC. I think they had
Fat Boys did. Oh yeah.
No, and then also both of them had some reggae tunes on their album cuts. But when you start having songs that was a 12-inch, that was the present record. Like, Sexy by Master of Ceremonies, and then you had the Caribbean sound of The Bridge Is Over, and then there was another album cut that I remember that Special Ed had on his first, So each place had, and then, I started getting the early Shine Head, and then that would make me dabble more into looking upon the other artists, because one thing I learned, and I know I can state this, number one, Louis, you know that you say Puerto Rican, but you Caribbean also.
Of course,
right?
Of course.
Rice and peas and rice, you all in the same.
Of course.
Put it this way. At one point in time, people wanted to scrutinize anybody from the Caribbean. They used to downplay us, talk bad at us, talk about you people, you coconut, such and such a thing. So
kids can be very
It was at
cruel.
one point that people shied away, not letting nobody know what their background was. But once I start playing these sounds in the clubs, I start seeing how everybody start feeling proud about themselves and come out and express where they from and who they about,
right.
And that gave me more of a drive to keep on digging more and more.
People start doing the gunshots when you start playing some of them tunes.
Forget it, And then by me, like I say, a lot of people didn't know that, I'm from Antigua. I came over here at age 5. So being raised by my grandparents in the household, my older brother, rest in peace, he just passed away, he was always a record collector. He would bring all different genres of music, but at the same time, we also had the calypso, merengue, and soca in there.
Yes.
So I was always, as a youth, listening to a little bit of everything. So, when you getting older and you adapt to what you had learned from when you was young,
and then you catch the bug watching various DJs and learn how to DJ yourself. You implement them sounds, and when the hip hop got dominant with who I just mentioned, Master Ceremonies and Boogie Down Production, it gave me another platform to rise it up.
Well, you know, I just amazed that you had the audacity and the heart to put that out, matching those two sounds together, because nobody was really doing that before that. I mean, you talk about Shinehead, he was doing something.
Yeah, well, when he played the Shinehead record, it was there's a certain vibe there that you feel, you know what I mean? And with kids, you know what I'm saying? It was just trial and error, you know what I mean? And again, it was those things to kind of segue different situations. They were on reel to reels at first, you know what I mean? That's how we used to play them. I wasn't making no dub plates.
Wow.
Didn't have the money for dub plates.
Right, yeah, that cost you about $50.
Didn't have it.
That was a lot of money.
So, you know, at 15, 16 years old, so we were putting them on reel to reels.
Right,
you know what I mean?
And by Kenny making them type of songs, them records, you know, I always consider you gave me the ammunition to go forth and program that for the massive to listen to what is it that he produced.
Did it open up the palette of the program directors there at the time, because they already was, you know, there was a limit on how much reggae could be played, and Sting will talk about that, and there was a limit on how much hip hop could be played, but then you kind of mashed it up together. Did it make it a little easier for them to accept it?
It was going at a slow pace. It was going at a slow pace. I remember when I first started playing dancehall, I was playing like maybe 20 minutes into my show. And then I kept on growing and growing. And then when they expanded my show from 7 to 12, I used to have 1 hour of the show just within dancehall. Because at that time, I had collected a good package.
Yes.
But meanwhile, they never stopped me from playing.
Yes.
They allowed me to go forth. But at the same time, I think they identify in him that the audience want to hear more of this during daytime part.
Okay. And the other thing too is that you guys both you listen to what's going on in the club. Kenny's playing in the club. He's creating music for the club. The frequency of what it sounds like, because you know when I listen to some of those early transition records, like you call them, maybe some people might call them party breaks, like that beat was pounding. It was hitting that speaker hard. You know, how did you figure it out? That was just your signature?
Just like the beats. You got to think about at that time, you know, you had all these different groups and producers putting out really hard records for that time.
Right.
808s was banging. Like, so, you know, the Jeeps, the sound systems in the Jeeps back then were, you know, so you wanted that to feel a certain way riding down the block.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So in a club with a sound system, then it's even that much more enhanced.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I've always been beat driven. I love drums. Like I said earlier, the breaks, always into break beats. You know what I mean? And coming up in that with that recipe, it's in there. You know what I mean? And also a lot of things like when I did the Super record that had the Louis Rankin in it. It was a collage of different things. Brand Nubians, there was a little piece of Brand Nubians in there. There was Tribe. Those records were happening at that time. So it was like, you know, you could play it, give them a little taste of it, and then bring in the real record.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And a lot of the groups, they understood it at that time as well too. It wasn't like I was jacking them.
Right.
They didn't feel that way.
Right. It was like Fat Man Scoop in a way. Like he just fit in. Don't let Fat Man Scoop rap on your record, because he's just gonna hype it up even more.
But Kenny, as creative as you was doing everything, you wasn't acknowledging that you was bridging the audience.
Right.
That's what you was doing. You was just busy in your mode making it happen.
Right.
But you was bridging the audience that everybody can associate to one common goal.
That's dope. Yeah. I didn't think of it that way. Yeah.
Well, no, yeah, because like Red said, you know, all of a sudden a guy who maybe comes from the Caribbean, who, you know, it's hard when you come from somewhere else. You know, immigration. You know, kids in high school treat you a bad way. They, you know, high school can be cruel, man. And if you got any kind of little accent, it don't sound like them. They teasing you and doing whatever, so people don't really talk too much. But in the club, you know, everybody feels good, and then when they hear something that they really know is their roots, and it's in the mix of what American kids is doing, it was amazing. You know, so
dope.
yeah, that part is is why I wanted to have this conversation, and you know, that's why we're here at VP Records, because VP, you know, is, you know, this, they've been in this location for a long time, but started in, you know, in Kingston, Jamaica, and brought some of those early records. I was said it a little earlier. I used to hear, you know, I grew up in Brooklyn, and I used to hear dub plates and, you know, just dub records, no vocals on it, just ding, 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 ding. And I'd be like, what is that? Like, the bass used to just get my attention. And then when I go to my, you know, Beach Street or any of the stores back then, the Wiz or whatever store, they never had any of those records. And I'm like, where do you find these particular songs at?
But to answer to that, being at the store, there was a period that we were trying to get the reggae stuff in. This is where we came.
From VP.
The distribution, and then we got through the distribution, and they were sending us all the stuff, and we were not far,
right?
But at that time, that's how I started to learn about all the artists, all the different, you know,
rhythms,
MCs, the rhythms, and all that kind of stuff. You know what I mean? But being in the store for me was everything. That's what got me where I am today, because of all the music that came through there and everything I learned about.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So you know, I want to save some of this conversation for Sting, but the UK and the Jamaica sound is different. The sound that comes out.
Yes, it is.
Yeah,
Yes, it is.
It's a different vibe.
Definitely is. Yeah, because same for other different sections, like up there in Canada just as well.
Yes.
You know, like the energy, it's just like in the present days of hip hop. You have all different types of sounds of hip hop. You have all different types of sounds of Caribbean music. It's how the energy come across. It's how they flow. It's how they present it. It's how it's produced. You know, you may look at it all as on the one thing, which is honestly true, but there's a difference according to how they bring it across the table.
I think also being the melting pot in New York helped it elevate it so much more further, just because of all the, like you're saying, all the different, the sauce, all the ingredients of people and all that makes New York what it is, and makes the sounds what it is. The artists see things in a certain way. They're gonna attack a beat a certain way. You know what I mean? The DJs were brought up to play music, not this whole genre-driven thing. There's one style. You know what I mean?
Right.
And we learned from you guys and everybody that before us to play like that, to play different music in the sets. So coming up with that and seeing that, I translated into the records.
We had learned to push the envelope. Honestly.
Yeah.
You know, we took them chances.
But it helped being here.
Right.
Food, the
right.
cultures,
right.
Just everything. You
the
know?
talk, the vibe, the way you wear your hat, the colors. You know, like, you know, I can clearly remember when I first moved out here, and I started to literally learn about Jamaican culture and see more people from Jamaica. Like, it was a whole different vibe. They was wearing different types of boots. Right. The way they was wearing their jeans was. I was like, okay, it's a
colors.
The colors. You know, all of it was a different vibe. But like you say, New York, we all meshed in together.
Yes. yes. And you know, I think it was a great time, because a lot of people seem to forget that in the 80s, it was a big time diversity in music. You know, and I know we are speaking upon on Caribbean music, but even from the earlier stages that we were listening to some of the early Madonna records, Hall Notes and David Bowie, and we just always kept our ears open for what's the next happening thing. And that led into, like, from the mid to late 80s, here it come within the dance hall.
Yes.
That's it. Because the dance hall at that particular time was the youth sound of Caribbean music.
Yes. Well, you know, we're gonna get Sting on here in a little while. He's gonna. I'm not sure if he believes in what dancehall is. It's reggae. It's reggae. It's reggae or it's not. But I'll let Sting tell his story. But this, you know, you watch it. You go around the world. You hear the music. Just for the people that don't know, that don't get a chance to travel around the world like you do. You know, just give us an idea how far this music has gone. I mean, just that mix too.
Listen, when you start getting those publishing checks and start seeing where they coming from,
give them examples.
All these names you can't pronounce, then you're like, okay, yeah, we got there, you know.
So that means the grandkids gonna be all right.
Exactly, you know. But no, music reaches places that we could never imagine. something that Todd Terry always told me. He's like, look, if you want to travel, make records, because those records will go places and they will bring you there. And it's so true, because all these countries, throughout all these years, throughout my 30 years of doing this, it's amazing to see how far music travels.
Wow.
And how beautiful it is to say, oh, wow, I'm in Benelux,
And
I'm
you
in
know,
Amsterdam, and I'm in New Zealand, and I'm, it's crazy.
And what's so funny you say that, because you say you're traveling around, Ralph. Like I said, we push the envelope here where we live at.
Yeah.
People on the outside where we live, they look at us as the trendsetters.
Yes.
Because we push it and we
New
go
York.
hard.
Yeah, look, it's New York. New York is still looked at, and I tell young people this all the time. You have a gift. You live in New York. People around the world want to know what you're doing, because New York's still looked at in that way as trend-setting. I mean, the world's getting a little closer because of the internet, but New York still has this thing, that, like Kenny said, we're all meshed up here, and what comes out of that is amazing.
We're all one.
Yeah.
We're all one. At the end of the day, we're all one.
Right,
and that's what it is.
I want to ask you all about Record Store, because it is Record Store Day. If you're just checking in, Record Store Day 2022. Red, what are some of the early record stores that you went to that you were addicted to, and you had to go there and spend all your summer check money on?
Oh man! Well, once I started DJing, and I used to work down in the Garment District, on 35th Street between 7 and 8. So we came to check day. I was going right around the corner of the disco mat.
Oh wow!
And by the time I was, and then also Rock and Soul was right there.
Yeah.
But when I was working down in Wall Street, I was always going to Bondi's.
Bondi's, yes.
And then you remember how it was up and down. I forgot that strip that's in Wall Street, where it's all the fashion and clothing. Every place had
yes.
A record store. That's when 12 inches was very popular.
Yes.
12 inches was what? $2.99, $3.99.
Yeah.
$99. That's what we sell them for.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kenny, what's some of the early stores besides the one that you worked in?
Music Factory.
Yeah.
Music Factory on 42nd.
Rest in peace, Stan.
Stan, that's where I bought a lot of beats and learned a lot about the breaks as well too. And used to stay open late.
Right.
B Street.
Yeah.
Was another store for me. Rock and Soul, like Red said. Downstairs Records for 45s.
Oh yeah.
And it was actually upstairs,
right,
and downstairs, and upstairs.
Yeah.
And Downtown Records for club stuff.
Yes.
Vinyl Mania as well.
Yeah.
There was a lot. Of.
I mean, you could find vinyl back then in
every corner.
Corvettes.
Pretty much.
So people don't know nothing about that.
A lot of people forgot about
How about Maze?
Maze, right?
Wow, you went there.
Right, Maze, a block away from where we are right here, now. There was a Maze, and you could go in there and buy.
In Times Square area, where like the A and the C train is at, there was a record store down in that section too. Because that's where I remember I found that old record by Baby Huey with this Listen to Me. I found it right, Listen to Me. I found it right there in that record store down in that train station.
How excited are you that they have a Record Store Day right now that is coming back? Because you continue to put vinyl out. Tell us about some of the releases that you still put out, on your own, K-Dope and Dope Wax and that kind of stuff.
Well, yeah, we pretty much never stopped. You know what I mean? Constantly doing 45s and 12 inches and stuff like that.
And they're expensive. They're not cheap like they used to be. $82.
The thing is, the cost of pressing is crazy. Like, you know what I mean? But no, Record Store Day is dope. Just a celebration of the day.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And stores. And it's kept the tradition going. And now it's just gotten really big again. You know what I mean? Where vinyl is outselling, a lot of formats right now.
Right.
You know what I mean? And there's a lot of stuff being repressed and a lot of new music coming through, so it's a good thing.
Besides going in there and buying records, we used to always, be able to communicate with each other and talk to other people about what was going on in their life. Record stores were like a meeting place, and how you found out about maybe parties that were going on or release parties that were happening, all these type of things conversations that would happen in the record store were amazing.
But how many friends did you meet in a record store?
Yes.
To this day that you're still good with?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So record store itself was a meeting place for like-minded people.
That was our country club.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, how many acquaintances, how many artists did you meet? You know what I mean? So many different people.
Yeah.
You know?
A lot of businesses form out of record stores.
Exactly.
I would meet guys that I heard about, like from the Bronx, 'cause I'm a Brooklyn, Queens guy. And, no, give me one of the other ones. And I would be like, oh, like I met Flash, you know? Like, that's Flash. I heard about him. I never saw Flash. Right. Or, you know, or maybe you know, like, oh, that's Kenny Dope. Oh, okay, cool. You know, did you have that experience as well?
Oh, so many, because, you know, like I say, I was going to Disco Matter and Rock and Soul. There was DJs that was coming out of Brooklyn as well as Queens that you heard the names, but now you get to see the face with the names. And then, you know, you be amazed because I was up and coming at that time. So I'm looking at the people who was before me.
Wow.
And you whisper to that person, yo, that's DJ Plummer.
Right.
Yo, that's Charisma.
Right.
You know what I mean? You know, and you just watch them. And then what we always do, all of us, we trying to see what they picking to see if that's the record that we supposed to pick. Or if they go ahead to the little turntable and it's like E.F. Hutton, everybody listen. Because we want to see, is she getting that? Then we need to go get that.
Right.
You know?
And he bought 2 copies of it. I need to buy 2. Oh, okay.
Definite. Yeah.
Did you have that experience as well?
Well, the crazy thing is that when I was coming up, especially with the beats, talking about downstairs you would go and each of the kids that worked there had their own customers. And they were whole beats for their own customers.
Yes.
So you had to right?
Yes.
So you had to get in somehow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There was no listening to see what he was playing because you know what? You wasn't getting that stack.
Right.
You know what I mean? So that was my.
They have it in a rubber band underneath the shelf waiting for you.
So that's how I learned just by looking. Exactly, the rubber band. Yep.
And also for some of the hip hop guys, you know, in the beginning, you know, there wasn't a turn like now. If you go to vinyl stores, they have a turntable set up and you can play the records. Hip hop guys, especially break guys like you, would want to sit there and look for the break in each record. And we're like, yo, play the song, bro. Stop messing around with it. But you guys were going in there and like, I know there's a break here somewhere. We're like, oh, this guy's gonna be here all day, man.
I think that, you know, in the beginning of the culture, there was like the basic break beats that you all was going for. But then people like Kenny and Q-Tip and many others, y'all went further. Y'all dug deeper than the norm and listened to various songs and learned them in little intricate parts, what you're looking for. You know, we was just always, okay, we heard that 16 bar or that 8 bar or that drum roll, that pattern. Oh, we was good with that, but y'all went a little deeper certain things to implement when y'all produce.
But the crazy thing is, it was by mistake because we're looking for the originals of some of the stuff that was on the breakbeats, right? But the titles were wrong. This was wrong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you would bump into other stuff looking for those records. So it was just all trial and error. Man.
All right, so hold up. Thinking of that, I want to bring Sting in before you got. Cause I know Kenny's on this tight schedule. Sting, come on in here for a second. Can you move over? We're gonna let Sting sit here. Big up to Sting International. One of my friends for a very long time, and super producer.
Royalty up here?
Oh man, come on!
First time I got to meet Sting, here it is. Jay Mixon Dixon had brought him into the station.
Yes.
When I was on, and I forgot what he stated, but he caught my attention. I I forgot what he said, you know, but I just kept moving on.
You know, I was joking. There was some reggae dancehall. We'll get into that too. Y'all got me saying it now. And I was laughing. I was like, yeah, what you know about that? But you don't know I know is the history already. So I think he was taken aback a little bit. But we're good.
You know, look, we talked about, you know, how the sound of New York, how it meshed together. And that, I think, was how, like, you get a place like Underground and these clubs and other clubs that started. When did you start going out? I remember you just playing reggae music in the beginning.
I'm a disco baby.
But yeah, I know, but I just remember when I first got my attention came to, you know, and Big Bob in
Right.
in the roller skating ring.
Right. Well, I'm known more for reggae earlier because, as you know, being a disco kid, when you're coming up and then house music just came about.
Yeah.
You know, garage and those clubs like that we used to go to.
Yeah.
In order to get in, it was almost like you got to be part of the crew.
Right.
And I wasn't down with being that part of the crew.
Got you.
So I was like, all right, well, I'm gonna take my disco skills and apply it to reggae with the mixing and the blending.
Yes.
And bring reggae in a different style.
Yes.
So I went the reggae route. Love People, Village Hut,
Yes.
Empire, and stuff like that. And,
These were the early clubs, just so he mentioned, because he'll run through some stuff and people are like, what just happened?
Yeah, these are the Mecca, you know, the Mecca of reggae really in Brooklyn was Love People One.
Yes.
That's DJ Carlton, DJ Paul. That's where reggae really made its statement, you know? Then we had Village Hut, Empire Inn up the block, which was across the street from Empire Skating Ring.
Right.
Which originally was Club Illusion. It was Club Illusion first, then it was Empire Inn first, then Club Illusion.
Yes.
That's actually what my first weekly residency was.
And there was an amazing sound system in there.
Yes, yes.
For a roller skating ring.
Well, Empire was originally done Richard Long, and so was Love People One.
Yes.
And Studio 54, the garage.
Yeah, the same people that did the sound in these places, Studio 54 did their sound there. I remember going to Empire Roller Skating Ring, and Cher was there doing a release party.
Right.
Artist Cher.
Right.
And that's how long I had been going to roller skating ring.
Yeah.
And you have always been, and for many, it always amazed me about a lot of the Jamaican sound systems, they really care about sound. Sound is so important. Like, they don't want to walk in no club and the sound don't sound right. Can you DJ around the world? I'm pretty sure there's some specs that have to go along with it. Yeah. Red, you gotta have the sound right?
Hey, it gotta be right or nah.
Not happening.
Sometimes we don't even want to go near the set.
That's right.
Because it sounds crazy. They looking at the DJ and looking, what you doing?
Yeah.
That's what it was. Had to be right.
Talk about the artist sound.
The artist, well, I was born into sound because my mother was a record collector, always into hi-fi. Everybody, family, everybody who was around was about sound.
Yes.
So growing up around that from the home from birth, and then having Empire across the street,
yes,
and Love People across the street down the block,
yes,
it was always about sound.
Yeah.
So it was never not about sound. So when it came to playing out, anywhere I was playing had to be right.
Yeah.
You know, and that's even if it's, and, you know, I grew up in Evansville, born and raised.
Yes.
So even when we did the house parties,
yes,
we had to have the speakers right.
Yes,
it was all about the sound.
Yeah.
You know.
And you know, and that's the thing about certain areas, you know, or especially that area right there. It was a crossroad. Like you talk about house music, or back then, you know, it was danceable R&B records or whatever they were. You know, there was so many different things, such a different range of stuff that we would go to a dance and listen to. It wasn't just we went to there to hear hip hop. You went there. When somebody played Love Is the Message, we all knew that was it, okay?
Right.
Or somebody played a Bob Marley tune, that was it, you know, whatever it was. What is your first impression of hearing music, hip hop and reggae or dancehall mashed together? And maybe you were part of that.
Well, I mean, they was always experimental, you know. Sexy. Was it Don Barron?
Yeah, Master of Ceremony.
Yeah, you know, you
Don
had
Barron.
those, you know, The Bridge Is Over.
Many say was the beginning of where Heavy D got his style, Don Barron.
Okay.
Many say
yes, yes, One Diddly Diddly, which is actually reggae.
Yeah, yes.
You know.
Heavy D's Jamaican.
Right.
Don Barron's Jamaican.
So records like that, Bridge Is Over, which kind of like borrowed a little bit of boops, boom, 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 and boom,
yes.
boom. You know, Feel Like Jumping, original Marcy Griffiths, if we go back into the history of it all. But a lot of that stuff was just being done experimental, little tastes here and there.
Yeah.
So which was good because we already knew
yes.
where it was coming from. As far as the reggae side, we had I think it was Alton Irie, was a cut called Speed Rapping. Where he was actually rapping, on reggae. I think it's on Joe Gibbs' label.
Okay.
So it wasn't that fantastic.
Right.
But you know, you could see that
it's like the Fatback Band is supposed to be the first rap record, but we wasn't really playing that.
Crington III, right, exactly, right. So these, you know, these were early stages of being experimental.
Yes.
You even had I'll Do Anything For You, Denroy Morgan,
Right.
which kind of put that reggae style on like funky disco.
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
Shake It Up to the Boogaloo.
Right.
You had all these records from the
Rod.
late 70s, exactly.
Yes.
80s already happening. So the next generation was already, and then the cultures were mixed.
Yes.
Streets. We all went to school together. We was in the projects, families who came in, who was born here. So it was bound to mesh.
So when do you go in the studio and start what's your first record that you make?
I don't remember.
All right, what was the first?
The thing is, I was doing records from home. The Pose Off with Red Fox and Creature Dan.
Yes.
Pose Off.
That he actually had on his Prop Master album. I did that in my bedroom.
Wow.
The remix.
How did that come about that it was on your album?
Oh,
you heard
here
it?
it is that we were searching for various tunes that we wanted to play on the album, and that I forgot how we made that connection. I can't tell you directly how we made that connection, but it happened to wind up being on there, and I was happy.
Yeah, he actually has 4 of my songs that I did. Red Fox and Naturally.
Yes.
Let's Chill. And I think Silver's on there. I
Yes.
just looked at the album the other day. I'm like, oh wow, there's 4 records on there.
So what made was this an independent label or is this major label?
That was on Epic.
Epic, yes. Epic.
That was on Epic.
On Epic Records.
Yeah.
It's a major label. Epic becomes very important later on when it comes to, the late 90, 93, 94.
About 90, either 90 or 91.
Oh, okay. Even
Signed in
first.
Shaba?
Shaba.
Yeah.
Yes.
About 90, 91.
But it led me to get a compilation album.
Wow. So okay, but before Shaba's there and before Supercat is there, you guys are doing, playing around with this stuff. What's there before that?
As far as what? Playing out?
Dancehall, reggae, hip hop sounds. Like what's connecting you to that side? I mean, Shinehead was what? Is he 80s?
Shinehead is late 80s, yes.
Late 80s?
Rough and Rugged came out late 80s.
Right. I mean,
which he's definitely one of the ones that
Amazing.
did it right.
Yeah.
There was a lot of experimental.
Yeah.
But Shinehead did it right. Well, yeah, that's Shinehead, right. That's one of the first really well done rap on reggae.
Yes.
Later on you had Scringer Ranks and stuff like that, but Shinehead was really the first.
And Shinehead was
Bring it
in
home.
the hip hop spots.
Absolutely.
Like he had gazelles on.
Yeah, absolutely.
And some Adidas.
Well, he brought
Rockstar shades.
Yeah, he brought the Run DMC to reggae.
Right. Exactly.
So that's again the mixing of cultures.
So let's talk about Shaba, because you told me a lot of these records were recorded in the New York area, and I'm like, nah, it was recorded in Kingston, bro. What are you talking about?
A lot of reggae hits that people think were done in Jamaica were done right in New York.
How did that happen?
Because you had Philip Smart, HCNF Studios, who's actually my teacher.
Yes.
He was actually a student of King Tubby.
Okay.
Same thing like King Jammies.
Yes.
Both students of King Tubby. So Philip had a dream and a vision.
Yes.
And he came to do a studio in New York
Uh-huh.
to expand the music.
So he came from Jamaica,
Yes.
set up shop in New York, because he just wanted to be in New York, and he
No, he
felt
had a
like
vision for the
it was
music.
going to be more money. Money drives people.
No, I feel it was the love of the music.
Okay.
It was definitely the love.
Got you.
So he created the studio, and this is where everybody started to record because the quality was there.
But Shaba lives in Jamaica, right?
When he came up and underground a couple of times, he lived in Long Island.
Oh, wow.
It didn't take too long to come on over.
So all of those 45, before he's on Epic, he's here.
Yeah.
There was a period that he was just like,
Let's get him to get a little bit of money.
Like Love Punani Bad.
Right.
I think Wicked in Bed.
Yeah, man, he was running like a machine gun.
Right.
One behind
Even
another.
Trailer Load might have been voiced up here too, and I think Tingling as well. Barrington Levy. A lot of these records were done here.
So do you think that it sounds different because it was recorded here?
Absolutely. Well, this is
And
why.
why?
If you really look into the history, all right, Steely and Clevie were the musicians for King Jammies. Bobby Digital was the engineer, as well as producer, but not really getting the props as producer.
Okay.
So Jammies had its sound at the studio that was predominantly Steely and Clevie and digital beat.
So this is a studio in Jamaica for those who are not
Yes.
don't know anything about this.
So what happened when things are changing and Philip had the studio, you had labels like Witty,
Yes.
who had Tennesaw, The
Yeah.
Work on Sunday.
Remember I
and-
said earlier that there were certain records you couldn't find. You had to go to VP or other stores on Church Avenue in Brooklyn to find them.
Witty was on Utica, Superpower was on Church.
Right.
So these records being done in New York were all done at Philip Smart Studio.
Okay.
So it had its own sound. New York started developing its own sound. So these records are selling.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously to Jamaica, it's like, well, we want to sell records too. And records that are becoming popular, and we want that sound. So sometimes they would send songs up for Philip to mix.
Uh-huh.
And then started coming up to record at Philip
Yeah.
to get the sound.
So it's like Kenny was saying earlier, the frequency has to match what's happening in the spot.
Yeah, well, it's eras too. You know, you look at the Channel 1 era, you know, and then King Jammy's time. Things evolve.
Yeah.
Sonics get better, boards get better, compressors get better.
Right.
So, you know, when you're up to date
Yeah.
and you know how to engineer from the old school,
Yeah.
you apply the old to the new.
But I imagine at that time, New York, early 90s, this is crack era still. We still kind of in that. It's crazy out here.
Mm-hmm.
It's a different vibe than sitting in Kingston, Jamaica.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. But then,
So the atmosphere is different.
But economically,
Yes. Oh, yeah.
we sell records.
Yeah, yeah,
This is
yeah.
a hub for
That's
music
what we
to
do.
sell.
Yes.
You know, you had Witty, you had Superpower, you had VP, you had Moody's in the Bronx.
Yes.
You had these outlets where music is selling.
Yes.
It's not selling like that out of Dynamic in Jamaica. So if you want to make money selling units,
Yeah.
you got to send it to New York.
So I remember the Arc in Brooklyn. We used to have this spot, the Arc in Brooklyn, and you would get on the set when, or Bobby Condas would get on the set. Big up to Bobby Condas, because he's also a guy. The first time I ever heard a Bobby Condas record was a house record.
The poem.
Yeah, the poem, and others that he put.
Yes.
You know, he put the vibes in the background.
I
on
remember when
those
Bobby
records.
first started.
Yeah.
I used to go to BLS.
Yeah,
Like, yo, man,
big
I
up
wanna
to
do
Bobby
reggae.
Condas. Yeah, man.
I remember.
And Bobby would play, and David Levy, and you know, and it was always like it was Saturday night, Sunday night. It was like, you know, you went on Saturday night, might be a little bit more hip hop, R&B.
We were on Sunday night.
Oh yeah,
Originally,
Sunday night would be more reggae.
We were on before.
Yes.
BLS tried to come for us.
Yes.
With
Yes.
Pat
Yes.
and Bobby.
That was Kiss
Remember
FM.
that?
Pat McKay.
Pat McKay, yes.
Yes.
And then eventually they went to Kiss, Hot 97.
Right. So now we're doing parties. I'm doing the Arc, me and my man Sam. And then one day we have Red Fox, Screechy, a guy named Shaggy, Baja Jed, a couple other guys that was around at that particular time. And you guys start putting out music.
Yeah, that was my crew.
Tell us about that.
The original crew, Sting International crew, was really from about 87, 86, 87. And that was like guys like Daddy Silva, and then Screechy Dan, and Red Fox. And occasionally you would have some artists come through the studio, which would be like Mikey Jarrett.
Like Mikey Jarrett, Mikey Jarrett just stepped into place. Mac Daddy just stepped into place.
So,
you mentioned his name.
Carlton Livingston would pass through the studio.
Yes,
and they would record. I would actually record dub plates.
Yes.
You know, so this is kind of like where that kind of started. So the crew was a very tight-knit crew.
Yeah.
And I had a vision to actually push, you know, my people, because I know they had talent.
Yes.
I didn't have money for studio, but I would actually record them on dubs.
Yes.
And make our own records.
Right.
And those would become exclusives at the parties, which would become anthems.
What was the dub spot over there behind Sears? Over there, what was that spot that everybody used to go to get the dubs made?
That was Don Juan.
Don Juan, yes.
All of my dubs are cut here at VP.
Oh, at VP.
But that's another story.
Okay.
We're going to talk about that.
Right.
That's in the documentary.
Yes. All right, so you're cutting these songs. You know, you're exclusive. You're playing them at your dances. Couple of guys might get them. Red might get them because you guys work together.
No, these are completely exclusive records.
Completely exclusive. Red's
These
still,
are
Red's still trying to figure out what that was.
Hey, it's funny you say that, because at one time when I went to him at the Underground, I was hearing something, and I came in, I say, yo, man, can I get that? Because I had no idea it was territorial.
Yeah. It was just talent to showcase.
Yeah.
And I wasn't familiar with the process of actually putting the record out yet.
Yes.
So it was just doing stuff in the crib, cutting the dub, and playing it.
So I did a video for Shaggy, Oh Carolina. That was the first one I did.
Yes, the first.
And how did that come about? Because that was like, it sounded like I didn't know that sound at the time.
Oh Carolina?
Oh yeah, that was like a throwback in a way.
I'm a weirdo, so I dream beats. I dreamt that beat.
Wow.
Just like others, but that one I actually got up and did something.
Yeah.
You know.
It's different.
Yes.
Very.
I dreamt the beat, so when I got up, this was very early when Shaggy came. Red Fox brought Shaggy around. This is like '91.
Yeah.
So he came in like the last one on the train.
Yes.
On the moving train. So he was fresh to it. Just came out of the service and stuff like that. I had this beat in my head. I woke up. I found a little old jazz kind of swing record. Did the little loop, and then found a little 007. Put it in there. And then I called the crew over. I said, "Yo, I got an idea. Come through."
Yeah.
So it was Fox, Screechy, Baja,
Yes.
Shaggy, the whole crew, Silver, and I'm playing this beat, and they're looking at me like I'm out of my mind. And I'm like, nah, you got to listen to the timing. Just go halftime. Halftime and how you DJ. Just slow it down, or even double time it.
Double
just
time,
listen to the, you know. After a while, I gave them a, example, and they kind of figured it out. And then they all started like, all you hear is like this, like we're in a fish market, just people just talking and stuff. Different styles coming about.
So all of those guys were on that rhythm.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Baja was the first though. Bedwork Sensation was the very first.
Oh, I always felt like Baja and Shaggy was like a competition.
No, the Baja was before Shaggy.
Oh, I mean, but just
well, everybody was a competition. It was a healthy competition back then.
Yeah,
Each one bounced off. Like, Oh Carolina was Screechy's idea.
But you know what?
So,
the thing that kills me is that you put a rhythm out. This is when there'd be 10 people on the same rhythm. So let's say Shabba makes the rhythm hot. Now everybody else is on the rhythm. They're gonna win because Shabba made the record hot. That's not fair to Shabba.
No, well, they kind of support each other. Because some you have a DJ on, and then you have a DJ and singer.
Yeah.
Or just a singer.
But how do you make that decision?
Some of them joints have 4 or 5 of them hot.
Yeah, 5, yeah.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sling Ting.
Sling Ting, yeah.
100 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, right about that. Ain't been some.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk about Shabba Ranks because amazing artist crosses over, gets signed to a major label here in the United States, and just is a wave that takes off. Red, what did you see when you first heard Shabba and you started playing it, and then started to see it work at radio?
What it was the way how he chant. His chanting style came across so aggressive and catchy at the same time. And I was like, he was like, his sound and his style at that time is what DMX became later on.
Oh, wow.
That's what it reminded me of. He had that raw, that energy.
Yeah.
And
confidence.
When I got to see him, he very much. And then when you got to see him perform, it took it to another level. It was like, oh, he's that guy.
Yeah.
So that would really caught my attention.
Confidence is a big thing. But the women love Shabba.
Absolutely.
Man, they go crazy. I mean, to this day, I go to shows. Shabba still got the girls going crazy. How old is Shabba? I think he was a stickler for like everything has to be done. If I'm going to be in the United States and I'm going to compete in this place with these particular artists, R&B artists, pop artists, whatever kind of artists, we have to do it at that level.
Absolutely.
We can't do it like, maybe I used to let things fly back in Jamaica or certain things. We can't do that in the United States. I got to be.
Shabba was always straight to the point. We got to get it.
Yeah.
When he came to the underground for the first time.
Yes.
From that day, I was like, all right, here's the list. This is what we're gonna do.
Yeah.
I still have the album covers. The 12-inch covers. I used to write the list of how we're gonna go down the line.
Yeah. I have some footage of you DJing for him at a Spin magazine party.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. I don't even remember that party.
Yeah.
But any artist that came to the underground, I had a plan.
Yes.
So I would just write down, here's what we're gonna do, set it up, and then he's ready. He's a professional from day one.
We're going to talk a little bit more. I know I'm going to let Kenny got to get on the road. me and Sting could talk here, and Red will talk a little bit more further the conversation. I'm hoping that we can talk a little bit more about Record Store Day, so I'm going to take a little break here for one quick second. Red, you on the radio today? Oh, Red's on the radio every day.
Yeah, I'll be on later on this evening. I mean, well, it's daylight now at 6 o'clock, 6 to 8.
Yes. So big up to all the vinyl that we have in the store today. This is Sean Paul, Spice, Shaggy, amazing record on 12-inch. It's not $2.99 anymore, but this is an amazing record. Big up to Spice and all her accomplishments. A little controversy this year at the Grammys, but we don't care about the Grammys. It's okay. This lady I love, Coffee. Toast was the big tune last year. 2 years now? It's been 2 years? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and this is the new album. She just got like that young energy, man. The voice, amazing voice on Coffee. So for the people that are looking for the new stuff, if you're looking for some of the classics, Ika Mouse.
Wow.
Talk about Ika Mouse.
Tallest mouse alive.
Ika Mouse, yeah. This is right here. This is all.
I want to do them.
There you go. This is all for Record Store Day. Right now, come on down to 170-19 Jamaica Avenue. We are here. Amazing conversation. There is a incredible sound system. Who's outside?
Pretty Posse.
Pretty Posse.
Yes.
They got the big speakers like you see in the movies on album covers. They outside. They out there playing vinyl, right? They playing vinyl? Yes.
All vinyl.
Yeah. Mighty Diamonds, Pass the Knowledge. This just feels like some reggae brand Nubians or something.
The lead singer just passed away.
Oh, really?
Unfortunately, got killed in Jamaica the other day.
Oh, wow.
So, pass the Gucci funnel. You know, we're going on a line.
Oh, yes. Okay, all right.
Another great. And then the second one passed away like days later from sickness.
Oh, serious?
Yes.
Wow.
This is just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah. So there's some amazing titles for those who know the new stuff as well as the older stuff. Is this a first Barrington Levy?
No.
No?
This is Junjo Time.
Junjo Time.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Barrington
over rock. There's a few on here actually. You know. So
wait a minute. I remember we used to play Here I Come. Was Here I Come on?
No, that's not that.
Oh.
Prison Over Rock and 21 Gun Salute Time.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right.
Volcano.
All right. See, Sting gonna hang around. We're gonna get Mikey Jarrett in here, and we're gonna talk a little bit further about what's going on right now. Kenny Dope, thank you so much, man, for coming through here, brother. Give Kenny Dope a round of applause.
Yes, sir.
Man, amazing. What are you doing now? Just music-wise, you can give him a mic.
Oh wow, man! Pandemic time was a time to just be in the house and a lot of creative juices happening. So there's a lot coming. New MEW album. There's a bunch, but we'll leave it at that. We'll be coming soon.
Awesome, man. Hey, look, Kenny Dope, Sting International. We are here at Record Store Day, and it's VP Records. Cool DJ Red Alert. I got some more questions, Red. I got some more questions. I need some answers. Red. Don't go nowhere. Come on down. We're going to raffle off some stuff. We did a raffle already for the Down in Jamaica box set. We're going to do another one in a little while. So hang out. And we got some video. So let's play. Let's see what we got here. We got some Kenny Dope there because Kenny's getting ready to leave. Yeah, maybe we could do a Kenny Dope. And then we'll line up some stuff. So we're going to play some visuals. I got some exclusive footage. Yeah? All right, that's cool. They're familiar with that right there. All right? We'll play some visuals, and we'll be right back. Don't go nowhere. I think somebody's bringing some jerk chicken and some. I think we need that right about now. Yeah. All right? VP Records, Record Store Day, Ralph McDaniels, Red Alert, Sting International, Kenny Dope. We here. Yeah.
Is the way of life. Don't talk. Gunshot them.
different style and pattern. If you know me, I am one of the many female hostesses and DJs on the only all-female radio station, My Turn Radio. Gotta say big up to DJ Hypeness, wherever she is. She's the owner and the mastermind behind all of that. I will get Empress Breeze in a different style. I'm a 45, couple 12-inch, you tell me how I do at the end of this. So, one more thing. I'm the first one on the pretty posse, machine. The yellow bird. Me know the name. The yellow bird. Me have the yellow nails too much. Anyhow, enough of the talking. Let me. Yes, raise through it. Me have my nigga, cool. Me have my nigga in my yard. Me go feed.
What the world, no. Nowhere could it be. Must be somewhere for me. I put you back.
Brooklyn party make we lick shot. Wow. This mad liar make we lick shot. Wow. This Bronx party make we lick shot. Wow. This third world party make we lick shot. Wow. Who been listening to PDP? Hey, rewind up. Calm down, Lion. Calm down. Take it easy, man. Just take it easy. Suckers and not enough time to poke up all of them with one clip from me 9. To shoot to kill them, say me don't care. I try to chill but it no get me nowhere. I just put down me gun in a Philly suitcase. Pick up me fist, the both of them face. Flip, script, one of my head lick. Boom, back, and not one shot no liquor. Now to know once again, we distinguish real bad boys them. And if you a bad boy, not a guy can tie. Let me see the fist them. Gotta take it easy. Dirty boy jump up, dirty boy get stung. That perpetrator, that guy get stung. Some guy cool but some need to get stung. If they bought them guns, say them run out of luck. Now we kill them all, and we come back alone. Boom day, mad lion, they on microphone. Alright, so just step up. Boy, what's up? Put your crew to the side, take out your go front. Buckle up, and guard your grill. No need to gun, cause you get hurt still. Think who no wicked, tell them to come. I have me fist, me no need not a gun. Now go touch you if you don't touch me boss. If you touch me boy, you must bite the dust. Bad boy, rude boy, bring the face and skin up. Decent person with an evil touch. I don't bother nobody, I dance to back and clutch. It is the program, boy, you must get. And not enough time to buck them all up with the clip from me 9. So shoot to kill them, say me don't care. I try to chill but it don't get me nowhere. Dripping on me pocket and me dipping on me waist. Take out me gun, put in on me suitcase. Pick up me fist and you know me run the race. One thump in a boy them face. Two thump and we tear down the place. Three thump and them cannot escape. Cannot escape. Cannot escape. Cause toe once again. We distinguish real bad boys them. And if you a bad boy, not a guy can tie. Let me see your face them. Cause I'm not a DJ and I'm not a MC. I'm a boy to member of the crew BDP. Step to a crew boys, no problem. We have a fist and if we solve them. Have me gun but it in on me waist. Pick up me fist just the butt of your face. Man I and there and we wicked and bad. Love me fist and me gun next to God. Use me fist, come me up in a line. Wicked bad boy run things every time. Take it easy. Take it easy. All them attack and defend. Can't stop me from love the girl them. Girl on the left and girl on the right. Two of them combine and one fight. One to a punch, one take out a knife. I nearly kill the girl and take away her life. Tell me good people, is that right? Make girl a kill girl, the man where she like. I don't like that, them flexing on me zone. Leave them girl, we just keep them as home. One lion there, step on the throne. Why say we wicked and we bad to the bone? That's why. Take it easy.
Come up, me love when
on the right man. All of the hunting for you, buck up on the right man. We all of the looking for you, buck up on the right man. All of the hunting for you, buck up on the right man. A woman take a trip coming from England to satisfy her soul and also she wants a man. It's about run, she buck up fast. I will make you explode just like a bomb. Every hour, every minute, man. Every second, they call me Miss Lover, man. They call me Miss Lover.
I'm not gonna take it easy. You won't get away tonight. The vibe that's flowing through me makes me feel alright. You can't say you're full of action. Now it's a chance to show me emotion. I've waited so long. You better come on strong, Mr. Loverman. Do me with it, Mr. Loverman. Mr. Loverman. I can't wait.
Waiting for what? You have the name when they come to me with it. I'm going to lay down and make you feel me with it. Because really that is my favorite habit. And when me lay down, you know me not run from it. They call me Miss Lover, man. They call me Miss Lover. Miss Lover, man. They call me Miss Lover. They call me Miss Lover, man. They call me Miss Lover. A woman take a trip to coming from England to satisfy her soul and also she wants a man. Boom! It's a ranking, you buck up fun. I'm going to make you explode just like a bomb. Every hour, every minute, and every second they call me Miss Lover, man. They call me Miss Lover.
Champion lover, know he's up tonight. No, champion lover, gonna make it feel alright. Whoa, champion lover, know he's up tonight. Mr. Loverman, would you never know your mountains?
But it's a loving you want and a loving you want to get. You never say experience this I love yet. For this I love and make you walk up a sweat. And in this I love you not gonna live and fight. As I love you from the toe, come straight to you. They call me Miss Lover, man, they call me Miss Lover. Miss Lover, man, they call me Miss Lover. I'm going to tell you when they call me Miss Lover, man. It's when me love the girls I'm depending on. Caroline said they like no one and the man, they call me Miss Lover, man, they call me Miss Lover.
Mr. Loverman, give me with it, Mr. Loverman, give me with it, Mr. Loverman. Shabba, Mr. Loverman, Shabba, Mr. Loverman, Shabba, Mr. Loverman, Shabba, Mr. Loverman, Shabba, 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 Shabba.
Kenny left? Hey, Carter. Carter. Welcome back, VP Records, Record Store Day 2022. We are here in VP Records, Jamaica, Queens, 170-19, Jamaica Avenue. Miss Pat is here, making sure that we don't tear up the place.
It's okay for today. Once it can put back together, I don't mind. This is a big celebration for us. Record Store Day, VP Records, and Ralph McDaniels, together with
Mr. Johnny Osborne.
All right.
my dear friend Johnny Osborne.
Yeah, one love. You don't know Johnny Osborne from the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, and in the new millennium, still kicking it strong. And you don't know VP Records of the music.
So you got the opportunity just now to meet Kenny Dope.
Yeah.
For the first time.
Yeah, because we had the Booty Boy Kenny Dope mix hip hop flavor, and I've never met him. I've seen him, but I see pictures. I never met him, so I get my very first time to meet Kenny Dope. So you know, Kenny Dope, dope.
Yes. You know, what did that mean to being sampled like that? And that because that was a major transition for the music, for both music.
Of course, yeah. Because you know, being that I'm old school and Kenny Dope is a hip hop to the new school, then I'm from the old school, take it to the new school, and make it the one big school, and that's my rule.
That's right. Miss Pat, you know, so many great opportunities here for Record Store Day. We've been talking about the new music, but some of the new artists you're releasing too on Record Store Day as well.
Yes, we have quite a few new artists that come aboard with us, but you know, today's a special day. It's bringing back the 50s, 60s, and the 70s. Right now. It's never die and it will never die. I'm so happy that my friend for over 50 years is here with me.
Yeah, for
today.
over 50 years in the business.
In the
I don't know.
and
Miss
still
Pat,
staying
I'm an
strong.
original, long time friend, you know, from
Way
Chancery
back
and Corner, Eyeglass Rest, because that was my original corner that I grew up downtown Kingston, and Eyeglass Rest, Chancery and North Parade was my corner. I was christened right across from the shop in the Salvation Army, Bramwell Booth Memorial Halls. You know, that's my corner from original, from I was a baby.
Wow.
And give them a shout out to your school, their favorite
Yes,
school.
and you know,
Alpha Boys
one of my
School.
favorite school is Alpha Boys School, who really groomed me in the music as a real musician. I was just singing until I get to Alpha, that I become a member of the Alpha band and learn to play the trumpet and learn the music. But afterwards I realized that the trumpet wasn't my trumpet. My voice was my trumpet. So I used my voice as the trumpet and just deal with the singing, because I could have really transcend more so, and I could have expressed more with my voice than the trumpet, because Lenny Eberts was the band leader, my teacher. He's a very good mentor, but he's a very serious teacher. He teaches with a drumstick. So you know, if you make a mistake, it's in your head. But he was the best. Lenny Eberts, he was the best music teacher, and I'm really glad that I had a chance to really pass through Alpha Boys School. It got me musically, even more musically inclined.
I saw a documentary that talked about the influence of like music like Motown and some of the early 50s, 60s music in Jamaica. And what were some of the early artists that you were hearing from the U.S.?
No, listen to me. All right. I'm going from Billy Eckstein. Right?
Yes.
I'm going from, you know, all right, you know who I used to love? Johnny Hayes.
Yes.
Right? He sing, just let me love you tonight.
Yes.
Forget about tomorrow. So when I heard that, I wanted to be Johnny Hayes. Then I heard Johnny Mathis, Nat King Cole. I wanted to be a Johnny. So Johnny was my right name. But I wanted to be a Johnny Hayes or a Johnny Mathis so much. I just take on the name Johnny. So that's where the name come from.
And Johnny Osborne becomes very,
all right.
famous.
And then the Delphonics and the Stylistics. All the doo-wops, you know. And I learned my craft from them, and I learned harmonies through those records.
Yes.
From the Motown era, come straight up to the Philly groove, you know, to the Philly sound, you know, everything. So, and I used to sing all these doo-wops from Frankie Lyman and the Belmonts, Frankie Lyman, Jersey Boys, you know what I mean? So I've been singing all of that. I had a little group, me and my friends from early. We used to walk through my neighborhood, sing. We just stop at the girls' gate and chill them. So we used to just be neighborhood singers. So I was a very famous singer before I started recording. People already know me as a singer. I was so famous and I didn't make a record. So when I started recording, then people already knew I could sing. So they just wanted to hear something from me. And I used to tell them that you're going to hear me on the radio, you're going to see me on TV. And I had to make sure I fulfill that dream. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you're here now, Johnny.
I'm a musical journey after over 50 years. I'm still kicking, and the voice has never let me down.
Right, so you're going to give us a little touch of the goodie bye.
All right. So
a cappella.
All right, I'm gonna give you a cappella because this is one of the songs who really put me all over the world more than any song. But let me hear you say, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah. whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah. Bully bye, number one. And bully bye, number two. And bully bye, number three. And bully bye, number four. Miss if you hold up your hands if you love that them your fashion and the style. Hear me now. There is a massive in the corner. All of them just a ball out for murder. But let me hear you say, whoa, whoa, yeah, yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah, whoa, yeah. Are you sleeping? Are you sleeping, Brother John? Brother John, you put it on the table. Stop playing with your neighbor. Number one. You don't know number one. All right.
Record Store Day 2022. We are here. You know. VP Records, Video Music Box. So happy to meet you, brother.
Yeah, man. It's a
Look
pleasure.
forward to seeing you some more.
Yeah, yeah.
And we're outside now. We're doing more things outside.
I'm not letting go because it's not letting me go.
That's right.
All right.
Miss Chin, thank you so much. We're going to go to another video, and then we're going to come back with some of the sounds that are outside. Yeah. Oh, the QR code. Yes. So this will find out some of the songs and the releases that are right now, limited edition. Some are rare that you can find out about. So put your phone up to the QR code and get some information on some of the songs that are out right now in the store. So come on down here. We're at 170-19 Jamaica Avenue. Sound system is outside. We're inside in the event space. Miss Chin has this new event space here. Then the store is redone. Johnny, the store's not like the old store.
Yeah.
Miss Chin, hooked it up a little bit more.
Yeah, man. She bring it up.
For community.
Arts and craft and culture.
We not only have the music, we have the art.
The art, the craft, the culture, everything.
Music, the sports, and everything.
Everything.
That's right. That's right.
When we're bad, and when we're good, we're excellent.
Yes. You hear me say, you hear me, Spot? You're full of lyrics. All right. Bless up me, Spot. All right.
Thank you.
Great journey.
Thank you. Yes. Well, we're going to go. What up, brother? Oh, you know what? Sit here. Oh, really? Let's do it. Where's Screechy? Right there. Oh, he's here. Screechy.
Yes, man. Oh, yeah, take pictures.
How long we got? Are these on?
Yeah, take a quick picture.
Ready?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no, I got.
Welcome back, VP Records, Record Store 2022. We are here. VP is on 170-19 Jamaica Avenue. Some amazing folks coming through. You just saw Johnny Osborne. Miss Sting, Miss Pat brought him in. We got Sting going to come back. We're going to talk a little bit more about the hip hop and the dancehall and reggae. My good friend Screechy is here. We talked a little bit about you. Then we're gonna have you come back with Sting too. You know, and Mikey Jarrett is here. So a couple of other guys. But who is this gentleman right here? Because he said you hooked him up, man, and set him up, man. Gave him his name.
Oh yeah. I mean. Slick, I don't want to shout out his government because I was going to shout out the government and then go into it, if you don't mind.
No, I don't have a problem.
All right. When I saw Nicholas doing what he was doing with the turntables,
yes,
I was like, man, this dude finger got some slick fingers, man. Like,
Slick.
and nobody was doing that at the time in reggae and dancehall. Like hip hop.
Yes.
He was using the crossover and scratching while you're chanting on the mic without messing up.
That's not easy.
And I was like, yo,
on time.
I said, yo, you got some slick finger. You know what? Your name is Slick Finger. I said, pull up Slick Finger immediately. And it just stuck.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
So that's the history of the name. Short and simple.
Yeah.
Quick and fast.
Quick and fast.
So Slick, you outside. You guys have been outside. I'm gonna bring you with me. Just come back. I'm gonna come back to you, Screechy, because I wanted to get
back after these messages.
Yeah. Screechy going.
Screechy done.
We have the sound. I've been talking about the sound system outside. We've been seeing shots of it, but explain to the importance of the sound, and it's tradition. You all continue to keep on the tradition. Right. Introduce yourself and let us know why it's important, the competitiveness and all of that kind of stuff.
Well, Pee Wee will tell you, and I can tell you, Mr. Ralph, the only system is a sound system.
Only.
That's the only system.
Only sound system. Only.
Is the sound system. And, a lot of people has been straying from that foundation, that root of it. And like really and truly in dancehall, in the party scene, a lot of the promoters, a lot of the club owners, they really have to pay attention and get back to that.
Yes.
Because you could go to a party and you can have no security.
Yeah.
You can have no liquor.
Right.
But you can't have a party without music.
That's right.
It's
key.
So, I've been doing this for a while now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I remember running home to watch you on,
Channel 31.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, there you go.
But I just have to give thanks to everyone that has supported me over the years. You know what I mean? And Rebel Next Level right now. I've been through a lot of sound systems.
Yes.
Started from a sound like Baby Quake that Screechy mentioned.
Yes.
To I used to play Afric Sound Station.
Yes.
A sound called Super Do. A good friend of mine, big producer, Mr. Do Records.
Mm-hmm.
And then Colors Sound. And then I said, you know what, I got to do my own thing. Rebel Next Level.
It's different when you go to a club and, they got the speakers up in the wall and them speakers on the floor is a different vibe.
Different energy. Different energy.
Yeah.
Different energy.
Talk about that.
well, like he said, the only sound is a sound system.
Yeah.
That's the basis of dancehall.
Yes, sir.
That's how the records got tested on a sound system.
Yes, sir.
If the tweeters was good, the bass was good, the mid was good. That was the testing ground.
Yeah.
So for those who didn't know, because we would be called the transition.
Right.
Because we played vinyl to CD to now everybody's using laptops. But we're gonna say nobody's gonna try to out young us. Because no young kid's going to tell me how to use a laptop. I'm going to show you how to use a laptop.
Exactly.
And nobody else going to tell me how to play a record. I'm like, man, I know how to use that too. So we're the our generation is the crossbreed of the gap. That gap. We used to carry the big records and carry it on the plane and play extra on the plane.
Right.
So now it's light.
Yes.
It's easy. You have to move with the times. But like he said, that foundation, them boxes on the floor, that would never change.
And that sound system is what it brought a lot of artists. It brought a lot of artists to the forefront.
Absolutely.
Because you're bringing your vinyl. You're saying, yo, DJ, please, selector, please play this.
Yes, sir.
And then that's that crowd.
Yeah.
That's gonna hear that song.
When do you think, we've been talking today about hip hop and reggae, dancehall, whatever you want to call it, that mix up when it started to happen, early 90s. I mean, look, we reference guys like Heavy D, who was, he's Jamaican.
Yes.
And he was clearly letting you know.
Yes, I'm here.
Special Ed did it as well.
Yes. Shinehead
was amazing, but then we started to get to that 90s, and then you start to hear Shaba, then the remixes started to happen.
Mad Lion.
Supercat.
Yes.
Buju comes a little bit, how was that transition? Was that made it easier to play in more American clubs, or did it matter to you?
It didn't matter because, you go to a lot of American clubs and they know the reggae music just as well as the island people.
That's right.
So, good music is good music.
Also, you're talking about New York City.
Yeah, New York.
New York is the most diverse city
You go anywhere.
Right.
You got Jamaicans, Trini, Guyanese, Haitian.
Right.
You got Americans,
Right.
and everybody was the melting pot.
Yeah.
Especially from the Bronx to Brooklyn to Queens. This
You
is
a DJ, you gotta know it all.
You gotta know it all. You gotta know it
At
all.
the end of the day, good music is good music.
Music, yes, absolutely.
No matter what it is, no matter
So,
who it is.
Yep.
Good music is good music.
Very key.
Who were the guys that you heard on the mic that you said, I want to do this? First time, early.
Early. From a selecting a DJ standpoint, I would say Rory from Stone.
I would have to second that.
Big up Rory, yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, there was a whole
There's a
group
pod,
of them,
but
Rory was the one that really stood out, and
Yeah.
I said, "Yo,
Professional.
exactly."
professional, and he was basically the key.
Yeah.
Selecting how to talk on a microphone.
Yeah.
Obviously, it evolved over years, but he was basically how to mix a record, how to select a record.
Yeah.
We
He
sit back.
was the package.
He's the pack. You follow him and you learn.
I also feel like there were a lot of people that came in when it was getting popular that wanted to jump in, but Rory was like kind of like a gatekeeper in a sense of this is the way it's supposed
to be. Yes.
Right.
But I mean, like you said, you take a little bit of him and you add your flavor to it.
Yes, sir.
He's the foundation. Like we said, it will never change. How we play in music today will never change. But he's that crossbreed for everybody.
Yeah.
Everybody.
So we back outside. So what's going on? We're gonna bring the set out.
Yeah, definitely. You know,
we out here today. That's
you
for
know,
sure.
we out, and you know, Pretty Posse got the yellow bird out there.
Yes.
You know, next level we got our sound system because, you know, to me, to be in that game, I believe that as a selector, and you want to have a strong hold in the business, you should have your physical sound
system. Very important.
You know, walking around with just a laptop, that doesn't do
That's
nothing.
cool.
It's cool, but it don't do nothing for me.
That's cute.
You know
it's
what I mean?
cute. It's cute.
Yo, the thing that always amazed me as a kid, like in hip hop, when I used to see guys like Grandmaster Flowers, Pete DJ Jones, especially the guys from Brooklyn, Plummer, my boy, yeah, these were early disco dudes, you know, and they had so much equipment, even the Disco Twins in Queens.
Yeah.
And I used to be like, where do they work that they can afford all this equipment?
Oh, we not gonna go there.
But I found out later that had nothing to do with it. I was trying to work to get it.
We call it tax returns. That's how we do it. Tax returns, you know? You call it tax returns.
No stimulus.
No stimulus that time. No.
Yes.
Hey, man, thank you for stopping by, man. We're
thank
going to play some more videos. We got some more guests in the place. We're going to bring back Sting and Red Alert still here. Mikey Jarrett stopping through. Screechy is here.
Red Fox.
Red Fox is here too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Folks.
You know.
So, I mean, look, I did Red Fox, two videos for Red Fox. I directed, and I did Shaggy's. A couple of videos for him. I did Ghetto Red Hot.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Which one? Yeah, we can play some Red Fox now.
Definitely.
Yeah, let's do that. All right. Record Store Day 2022. We are here 170-19 Jamaica Avenue. Come on down, VP Records, and share this. Let people know. Any shout outs before we go?
I gotta big up my entire team, you know, here in Brooklyn, New York, back in Jamaica, St. Mary, you know, because we got the next level down there as well.
Nice.
And you just gotta say, people, music is a mission and not a competition.
Never.
And vinyl is ital. You know what I'm saying? So, Pee Wee.
Well, you know, I got to be able to know Pretty Posse crew. Father Billy, Carl, Uncle Eli, Father Jedor team. Queens, New York, that's what I rep. You know what I'm saying? New York City, till I die. You know?
You know what I mean?
Like we said, sound system it is. The yellow bird is flying outside. Police didn't want to turn it off, but they can't. You know what I'm saying?
Sir Daniels, I have to say, much respect to you. Keep up the good work.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I've been watching you since I was so high.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes. Trying to find it on my
Hey, been doing this a long time.
Absolutely.
Bro.
Absolutely.
I'm glad to still be here.
Yeah, man.
You gotta know where we coming from.
Bro,
know where we going.
absolutely.
Well, the music, I feel, keeps us young.
Definitely. Yes. Yes.
All the time,
Yes. Yes.
All right, we'll be right back, y'all. Don't go nowhere, all right? We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
Cool.
Yes, sir.
One more word out of your mouth or you was. And next one it should have been. Time for the murdering. Time for the killing. Accept me as I am. What I say? So them a murderer, for them a gangster. I got my man, he's a black warrior. So them a murderer, for them a gangster. I got my man, he's a black warrior. I said, getting very close to the enemy, crawling, moving, very slowly, slowly but surely. We get our glory, gotta keep strong, gotta keep sturdy, keep the fire burning, and don't stop it. Mama Africa, here I come in a hurry. All these years have been so lonely. Don't worry yourself, everything curry. With me Mark 10 and me brand new Uzi. And I put a house with me crispy, so such a them a murderer. For them a gangster, I got my man, he's a black warrior. So them a murderer, for them a gangster, I got my man, he's a black. Watch out! Put a holy fox and rip off the shirt. I nah go stop me, nah go divert. Till me belly full, satisfied and me burp. That's when Africa is no longer hurt. I are the goat, head cup of purse. For what they have done for hunger and thirst. Lord, Mr. Fox, nobody you no nurse. We got in on me and the little plan must worse. Say them a murderer, for them a gangster. I got my man, he's a black warrior. So them a murderer, for them a gangster. I got my man, put it on the pressure. Watch out! Tell them, say the Fox a come right now. Tell them, because I ain't no yo. You big fat hog, you big fat cow. Left time you have black people about. With me back a good friend, I need the gun now. I can't say it's gonna be a bloody show. What's the people about me? Go fast, go. One up on the trigger and me nah go let go. Them a murderer, for them a gangster. I got my man, he's a black warrior. Them a murderer, for them a gangster. I got my man, put it on the pressure. Take a look in at the ghetto, tell me what you see. Take a look, take a look, take a look. Them a murderer, for them a gangster. I got my man, he's a black warrior. Them a murderer, for them a gangster. I got my man, put it on the pressure. Yeah, you know that bag of long talking. The people them starving, need food to eat. One close to here. I act like you don't care. That's why right I know, Raffle live in fear. I red fox is here. All of the people them, watch this. Them a murderer, for them a gangster. I got my man, he's a black warrior. Them a murderer, for them a gangster. I got my man, put it on the pressure. Come like you never hear what the red fox said. Right I don't have to say, blood I go say, I'm getting redder than bread. I'm cheddar than tread. In a minute or two, I'm gonna blow out your head. You raise sacolettes, pull them up and head. I walk and look fair. Who no dead? Me nah shoot them, just burn them instead. One Mr. Fox and just tear off the bed. Them a murderer, for them a gangster. I got my man, he's a black warrior. Them a murderer, for them a gangster. I got my man, put it on the pressure. Getting very close to the enemy, grinding, moving, very slowly, slowly but surely. We get our glory, gotta keep strong, gotta keep sturdy, keep the fire burning, and don't stop it. Mama Africa, here I come in a hurry. All these years have been so lonely. Know to yourself, everything hurry. With me Mark 10 and the brand new Uzi. And I put a house with me crispy, so such them a murderer. For them a gangster, I am my man, he's a black warrior. Them a murderer, for them a gangster, I am my man, put it on the pressure.